I got to start today's show off with a mystery. There is a mystery that has befallen. What is that mystery? I shall reveal that mystery Brrrt. 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 Do you know what I'm simulating?
I know exactly what you're simulating.
I'm simulating my phone vibrating. Now, when I sleep, I don't put my phone on silent. Because, listen, the simple vibrations in the middle of the night of like an email coming in or a text, for instance, it doesn't wake me up. But when the phone is going, that wakes me up. If it just keeps going and going. And so I go to pick up the phone. I'm like, who the heck is calling me? And I didn't know what time it was. I look. And I can see that it's the last 15 minutes of my sleep. And it says Andrew.
Yes.
Our producer. And I'm like, what the heck? And I grabbed the phone. And by that point, after it had rung like 5 or 6 times, it had awakened me. I grabbed the phone. I'm like, what does Andrew want? Was there a bad accident on the bridge? What is the building on fire? One can only hope.
Have all your prayers been answered? Yeah. Has the building caught fire?
We could finally maybe move to a new building, get new studios, new facilities. It might be off the air for a month, but hey, you know what? Sacrifices. So I see that Andrew's calling me, and as I go to pick up the phone, it stops. I'm like, what the heck? So I call Andrew back, and he says, oops, sorry, didn't mean to call you. All right, I'm bringing Andrew on. Andrew, our producer from the producer booth. Andrew, what do you mean I didn't mean to call you is like when it rings once, and then you shut it off. I didn't mean to call you is maybe twice. Maybe it's boot. What did I do? Oh, hang on, let me hang up. I didn't mean to call. But it rang and rang and that doesn't quite compute. I didn't mean to call you. It was like a full-blown, like 6+ rings before you hung up, or whether it went to my voicemail. Can you explain what happened? My last 15 minutes of sleep this morning.
I just wanted to say good morning.
Oh,
no, I had it up on the text, and I must have bumped, because I texted you asking if you had anything to send me.
That's right. So Andrew sent me a text message. So then what, you accidentally...
I must have bumped the phone call portion of it.
So like on a text, what was that?
My phone.
Oh, that was your phone?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, when you have all the names that you've sent a text to, or one person, if you hit the wrong key, it'll call them.
Yeah, hang on. If I go, like, I'm on Android. You're on Android as well, right?
Correct.
Andrew and Android.
Yeah. Andrew the Android.
Android.
Yes, I'm an Android.
Yeah. Yes.
So I'm looking at texts right now, and I was just trying to see if there was like a little phone thing on the top of the text. Oh, that's the group text. Let me look at an individual. Oh, yes. So not in group, but in the individual texts, yeah, there is like the little phone icon on top. So if you tap that, I guess it'll start. So you accidentally tapped that, and you destroyed my last 15 minutes of Wednesday morning sleep.
You're welcome.
So, MJ, listen.
Again.
When you hit that button, unless you have your phone in your hand and you know you've called them, that's when you hang up with the one dial. But if you don't know you called them and you put it back in your pocket, it goes through the whole sequence.
That's what Andrew just explained. That so you didn't know that you had called me?
At first, I didn't realize I'd called you. No.
All right. Well,
all right, buddy.
There we go.
You picked a hell of a day to do it, by the way.
I know. So Froggy calls in sick this morning. The first time in weeks that he actually provides some content for the show, he calls in sick.
He came in yesterday so excited at the end of this. You're not going to believe what I have for tomorrow.
Yeah. And I made it the promo.
I know.
I made it the freaking promo. That Froggy sends a text this morning at like 4:30. I'm going to need a sick day today. What the? What? I mean,
4:32 this morning.
Froggy has really kind of shut the spigot off on content. You know, no more Hal Herman bits, no more. He just hasn't done much. He brings one piece of new content to the show, and he calls in sick today. Well,
yesterday he was complaining of stomach issues, which he always seems to do.
That seems to be
pretty regular.
Daily, exactly.
We have Roxanne jet setting somewhere on a boat. Is she on a boat?
No, the boat trip got canceled.
That's right.
So Roxanne is out. Now Froggy's out. So it's the MJ and Fester show this morning, which, hey, listen, I'm fine. You fine over there, Fester?
I'll manage.
Yeah, we should be able to get along. I do have the huge announcement, which I'm not going to make yet, but people are interested. We have something really big, really massive. The reveal is coming, and I'm going to give plenty of heads up on this deal. But people are excited because I have, when I was skiing in Vail a couple of weekends ago, Michelle and I took that last minute. I mean, literally, we took a last minute trip because the snow was so good and, burning up some frequent flyer miles, et cetera. And, the Epic Pass that we have. You buy it for the season and it's unlimited. So, I mean, I squeak another 3 days out of my Epic Pass. So we did. And actually that Friday that I had taken off, I was working and skiing because I sealed the deal. I put the deal together and I'm excited. There is something very large, very massive that we will be announcing in due course. Don't jump the gun here, folks. Don't, keep your pants on. But, yes, I will announce you will like it, and you can benefit. And I'm very, very excited about this. So we'll reveal, hopefully, in the next days, week or so, looking for the right spot to drop the hint. And we'll have plenty of pre-promotion time on this to really get you amped up, to really wet your whistle. So that is coming up on the MJ Morning Show. But, people are saying, the reason why I'm bringing it up, people are saying, hey, did I miss the big announcement? No. Trust me. When we make it, you will know it. Absolutely. All right, just getting rolling. It is the MJ Morning Show on a Wednesday. I missed my last 15 minutes of sleep this morning, so will I be grumpy and cranky today? I guess you'll have to stand by and find out. All right, let's grab Pat with traffic. What's going on, Pat? You are listening to Q105. I am MJ along with Fester this morning. No Roxanne because she took some days off. And then Froggy calls in sick this morning. So, there it's the MJ and Fester show. All right, 6:20 now, and something really, really weird came to light. Now, I had this, I had this for yesterday's show. I might have even had this for Monday. I just didn't get around to it. But, hey, better late than never. Are you aware of the whole Dalai Lama bizarre situation with this kid?
I don't know a whole lot about the Dalai Lama.
Hold on. This is a yes or no.
Yeah, okay.
Are you aware of the Dalai Lama deal?
Yes. I don't know a lot about the Dalai Lama. I don't follow the Dalai Lama. I know he exists. I know who he is if I saw a picture of him. But I don't know a lot about him or what he really represents.
All right, so the Dalai Lama was doing an event. Now, the Dalai Lama is the spiritual leader of Tibetan Buddhism.
Okay.
That's who the Dalai Lama is. And, of course, that was a whole exile thing, right? Is he exiled from Tibet? Whatever the story is.
Yeah.
Hang on a minute. Let me see if I can look this up.
Yeah, I'm sure we can.
Hey, Andrew, can you do me a favor? Can you quickly just look up the disposition of the Dalai Lama and Tibet and all that and the free Tibet? Like, just give me I don't need like a book report, like, 12 pages, single space with footnotes. Yeah. I need like one sentence. All right. So the Dalai Lama, I believe, lives in India because of whatever the issue is with Tibet. I'm sorry, I'm not a Dalai Lama expert.
Right.
But the reason why I'm bringing this up is he caused quite a stir when a video came to light of him asking a little kid to suck his tongue.
Oh.
I'm like, what?
Dalai Lama?
Say what? So the Dalai Lama has apologized over this incident. The office of the Dalai Lama released a statement earlier this week after the footage of this very weird encounter came to light. It happened back in March, so last month, at some event for India's M3M Foundation. The video went viral. The statement says that the Dalai Lama wishes to apologize to the boy and his family, as well as many of his friends across the world. His Holiness often teases people he meets in an innocent and playful way, even in public and before cameras. It says he regrets this interaction. So what happened? He was hosting students and members of the foundation at his temple in India. And I know he lives in exile in India, so he's exiled from Tibet. I mean, maybe that's all you need to know. So I just don't know any more detail beyond that. And then in the video that was posted on social media, this kid, like an 8-year-old kid, approaches the Dalai Lama and asks the Dalai Lama, "Can I hug you?"
Okay.
The Dalai Lama says, "Yeah, come on." He motions to his cheek and says, "First here," gives the boy a hug and a kiss. He holds the boy's arm, turns to him and says, "Then I think fine here," also points to his lips. So he wants the kid to kiss him on the lips.
All right. Your Holiness.
Okay. Then he grabs the boy's chin, kisses him on the mouth. The audience laughs. And then suck my tongue. The Dalai Lama sticks out his tongue and points to his tongue and tells the kid to suck on his tongue.
Dalai Lama.
What the? What? Man, that's just weird. And now they're trying to say he was joking. The question is, if the kid went to suck on the Dalai Lama's tongue, would the Dalai Lama have allowed the 8-year-old boy to suck on his tongue?
The Dalai Lama stuck his tongue out. The boy backed away.
I know. The boy, even at 8 years old, the kid's like, "Ooh, something's not right here."
Sorry to bother you, Dalai Lama.
What the hell?
Oh, my God.
Anyway, just weird stuff. I meant to get to this earlier in the week, and I forgot. I was looking at my leftover pile. I'm like, I got to talk about the Dalai Lama and tongue. All right?
No, so much Dalai Lama drama.
Yeah, the Dalai Lama slipped me the tongue. Yeah.
even the Pope cringed on that one. He's like, "Oh, Dalai Lama."
Do you know who once met the Dalai Lama?
That we know, obviously.
Yes,
I don't know.
that we know, that I especially know.
Well, Michelle.
No, Michelle.
I don't know.
Michelle didn't meet the Dalai.
You say you especially know.
Hold on a sec. I'm obviously making a phone call. Ladies and gentlemen.
Hello.
Good morning. Folks, it's my ball of fire brother, Drew, Dr. Drew, the real Dr. Drew. Hey, Drew, welcome to the MJ Morning Show. We are live. We are talking about the Dalai Lama and this controversy where he told an 8-year-old boy to suck on his tongue. I mean, it's a very bizarre story. I don't know if you're up to speed on the story. That's not why I'm calling you. What I want to know is, you met the Dalai Lama, and when you met the Dalai Lama, did he ask you to suck on his tongue?
Well, he was speaking in Tibetan, so it was pretty difficult to, determine exactly what he was asking.
All right, so what was the deal? Hold on. How long ago? I remember you met the Dalai Lama. How long ago did you meet the Dalai Lama? And you met him in India, right?
Yep, His Holiness. I met him in Dharamshala.
Yeah, that's where his Buddhist temple is, because he lives in exile. So that's where So did you go to his temple?
I did. It's in McLeodganj.
Wow. All right. So, and this is pretty cool. My brother, Drew, how many countries did you visit with Operation Smile, doing cleft palate and plastic surgery repairs to kids all over the world? How many countries?
I don't know. Too many.
I mean, did you once tell me like 50 countries, 52 countries or something?
I don't know. There's a lot.
Anyway, so Drew's done just tons of missions with Operation Smile. And so how did you get on Mr. Tata? Have you heard the name Tata? Tata is like one of the richest guys on the planet.
Okay.
Indian dude. I think, like, you've heard of Tata Motors.
Yeah, I've heard of Tata Motors.
I think they might have even purchased Jaguar, and Tata's huge. So, Drew, you got hooked up with Tata to help build to consult in building children's hospitals in India, correct?
Yeah, we built a children's cleft lip and palate hospital in a city called Guwahati, which is in which is in Assam, the far northeast of India.
So it was on one of those trips to consult to build a children's hospital for Tata that somehow you got the ability to meet the Dalai Lama, right?
No, I met the Dalai Lama well before that.
Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, I thought it was related to the Tata deal. All right, so
No.
so how did you get to meet the Dalai Lama?
Well, we went to Ganj, and we were doing cleft lip and palate mission there, and working in a local hospital, and we were able to talk to the representatives for His Holiness, and they asked us to come, and so we went to his temple.
And obviously, he knew that you were doing a mission to help kids that otherwise would not be able to have this life-changing surgery.
Yeah, that's true.
Wow. And again, just to reiterate before I let you go, because I know you're a busy dude, the Dalai Lama, when you met him, about what year was that?
That was probably 2006.
All right, so a while ago, because he's 87 years old now, so, like, 17 years ago or so. So,
Yep.
So he was a spry 70 back then, and he did not ask you to suck his tongue.
No, there was no such request.
All right, very good. That's
You don't know. He was speaking Tibetan. He could have been asking you in his native tongue, to suck his tongue.
right, or his big toe or whatever.
Actually, he's super, super friendly, had a very interesting presence, and he was his English was fine.
Absolutely. All right, buddy, that's the only reason why I called, is to see if the Dalai Lama asked that you suck his tongue. All right, buddy, have a good day.
Yeah, pretty strange situation.
Yeah, all right, man. See you later.
Bye.
All right, so my brother Drew.
I mean, even Drew says he's a jokey guy. He likes to have a. That's just really awkward. Really awkward, Dolly.
That's a strange story, man. That's just weird. It's 6:30 at the MJ Morning Show here in the first minutes of the program today. And you're in luck because there's a pretty seriously good pile of early morons in the news. We'll do that next on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. Let me ask you something. Bye. Let's do it. The morons in the news on the MJ Morning Show, 6:39. And it seems like, I mean, literally, I don't mention even a fraction of these things, but as you know, I have an affinity, I have an affection for a lot of the stories that come out of the villages. You know, because the villages is America's friendliest hometown, as you know. And if you ever need reminding, well, I got your reminder right here, baby. Florida's friendliest hometown. So it seems that the Villages News, their newspaper up there, they report every single DUI. And
that's their beat, man.
I mean, that seems to be like the biggest news up there. Not to mention food assaults, you know, slapping people over the face with chicken wings or pizza. That seems to be a little bit of a rash of food assaults lately up in the villages. But it's nonstop. And it's not only DUIs that they report in regular cars, but, of course, the number of golf carts up there, it is ginormous. Massive number of golf carts. They drive their golf carts on the road. They're all over the place. And, folks, you can get a DUI on a golf cart. You can get a DUI on a riding mower. You can get a DUI on a bicycle. But it just seems that there are lots of drunk people in the... I guess you go there and there's not much to do. You play golf and you like ballroom dance and you drive drunk.
There's plenty to do if you watch the promotional videos. And, but there's a lot of bars. I mean, you're retired. You have a couple of bucks. What are you going to do half the day?
They ought to change the jingle. America's drunkest hometown. What do you think? Drunkest hometown? Drunkest hometown. Yeah, instead of friendliest, drunkest hometown. Because I'm telling you, every single day, there's another DUI story. Or there are multiple stories. Again, regular cars, and then second, it's golf carts. Or maybe actually the DUIs are more frequently on golf carts. But listen to this. This is the best of both worlds. A villager in a BMW was arrested on DUI charges after smashing into golf carts. Listen, there's nothing funny about drunk driving. I've got zero tolerance for drunk driving. But Andrea Lee Feeney, 67, of the village of Lake Deaton, was arrested as a result of a crash where she smashed into a whole bunch of golf carts while driving her BMW. Bystanders called 911 after her blue 2021 BMW sport utility vehicle. Actually, that would be a sport activity vehicle because BMW does not use the SUV nomenclature. They use SAV for sport activity vehicle.
Villages News.
Exactly.
Come on.
The vehicle strayed from her lane, struck 3 golf carts parked outside the golf cart retailer. I guess this was... she smashed into the village's golf cars.
So she like a golf cart dealership?
A golf cart store. She smashes into golf carts that are in front of the golf cart store.
They're lining these up, getting ready for test drives.
Here she comes. She's just, right into the golf carts. Yeah, she was seated in her vehicle when officers arrived. She appeared that she had been drinking. They took her to UF Health. I guess they have a freestanding emergency care or some kind of, clinic. She admitted that she had been drinking and said she had 1 sangria and 2 margaritas. And then she said, I asked them to make them weak.
Yeah, that goes over really well.
Let me tell you right now, the cops, they've heard everything. I can go to phones right now and ask for police officers. And when you pull somebody over for DUI or suspected DUI, give us some of the best excuses. Cops, they've heard everything.
But she's very specific. 1 sangria, 2 margaritas.
Oh, and I asked them to make the drinks weak. She refused to provide a breath sample, so that means that she's going to lose her license for a year in Florida.
Can she still drive a golf cart?
No, well,
I mean, you don't need a license for a golf cart.
Yeah, you probably don't need a license for that. That's why, like, when people have DUIs, isn't there that loophole in the law where they're allowed to drive like scooters that are under a certain like horsepower or something,
Yes.
right?
I have a friend who has more DUIs than he does hairs on his head practically.
Whoa. What the hell's the matter with your friend?
Yeah, he's a wreck, but he drives one of those little scooters. Wee, little, drives all around.
I know, wee.
Yeah, I know.
Little scooter. All right, so what's wrong with your friend?
He's probably put together 8 DUIs
Are
in
you?
his lifetime.
Well, that's unacceptable.
Unacceptable. Everybody agrees. Nobody supports this. However,
Hold on. Do you work with this individual?
no, he's in my neighborhood.
A guy in your neighbor with 8 DUI? Man, I'd be worried for the kids playing in the street or
Yeah.
even in the
I
yard.
tell you, kids, stay away from the street. When this guy's on the road, get the hell away.
I didn't even give out the phone number. Andrew said grab line 2. Hi, good morning, MJ Morning Show. Who's this?
Hey, this is Kevin.
Hey, Kevin, where are you calling from, pal?
I am calling from Tampa, but I work for the Village's Daily Sun newspaper.
Have you called us before?
Yes, I have. I'm your favorite Village's truck driver.
Yeah, so
you drive the truck.
You drive the truck that delivers the Village's news.
Yes, they're two different things. Village's News is more of like a website,
Yep.
and they report all the bad stuff. And the Village's Daily Sun is our actual paper that gets printed every day. And they kind of have like a no bad news policy, so you don't find that in there too much.
Oh, wait a minute. So you don't have all the drunk villagers that are reported in the actual printed paper?
No, and that's because it's a different paper. The Village's News is more of like a website that reports all that stuff.
All right, now, hold on a minute. Is it the same company that owns both?
Nope, they're different. The
Oh.
Village's Daily Sun is the Village's actual newspaper.
Oh,
And
okay.
we print papers 7 days a week. And we do print some of that stuff, but the Village's News is more one that likes to kind of poke at the villages, so they find all the worst stuff they can to put out.
I got you. Now, have you ever been hit by a drunk villager?
No, but I do have to navigate them on the golf cart sometime.
Yeah.
And I will let you know why they are so drunk all the time. In our town squares, it is happy hour every day from 11 to 7.
Whoa. Hold on. Happy hour from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m.?
Every day, and the happy hour is buy one, get one.
Oh, my God. Well, they're encouraging this. You've got an 8-hour happy hour.
All day, every day.
Why not start it at 8 a.m.? How about, get loaded up while you're having some scrambled eggs and toast?
I mean, the
They
bars,
get their breakfast and head off to the happy hour.
you got to have a good breakfast to sop it all up. I think you drink all day.
Man, talk about a liquid lunch, man. 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. Happy hour everywhere.
I figured I'd give you a little insight as to why you see so many drunken golf cart accidents.
Well, it's
Someone actually drove their golf cart up the side of one of the tunnels and wedged it in there last week.
Wait a minute. They wedged a golf cart where?
Yeah, well, there's tunnels and roads, so they don't actually drive on the road. There's like cart paths, hundreds of miles of carts pass around the villages, and so some of our tunnels would go under the road, so they're not going through intersections. And one guy was drunk and just ran it up the edge and wedged that thing in there, up and down vertical.
My God. So the question is that not considered the regular road? So is he not susceptible to get a DUI if he's on like a private path?
I don't know how they do that. There are some streets, like in the town squares, they'll drive on the streets, and there they are. But 85% of the time, they can just stay on the cart paths that are part of the villages, not even be on a regular road.
Jeez. All right, buddy. Thanks for calling in, Kevin.
I love the show, man. Have a great day.
Thank you. All right, Kevin from up in the villages where there's never a shortage of content up there. I mean, we had the guy that slapped the woman. Was that the villages, the pizza in the face slap? Then we had the chicken wings, the whole box of chicken wings thrown at the lady's face. That was villages. We had that, I think, yesterday, right?
Yeah.
I thought the pizza might have been.
Pizza was in Marion County.
Was
yes.
it? Yeah, up there somewhere. Hey, I've got a delightful story here. A 12-year-old Florida girl. You got this?
All right.
A 12-year-old girl here in Florida stole her father's car, then picked up her 14-year-old friend to then drive to Louisiana to meet an online sex predator.
Oh.
What the hell? Jade Gregory of Union County, what is that, up in the Panhandle, was reported missing last week and she grabbed her dad's Ford Taurus, then went to meet her 14-year-old friend Chloe Larson, and then they drove out of state. Can you imagine a 12-year-old driving dad's Ford Taurus? They're leaving Florida to drive to Louisiana to meet a guy that they met online who happens to be a sex predator.
All right, so everything about this story is awful. However, she's a pretty good driver. Makes it all the way to Louisiana? 12 years old? Obviously doesn't have that much driving experience.
What the heck? That's insane. Hang on a minute. We got a DUI attorney. Only got Gary's in Tampa, who's a DUI attorney. Hey, Gary, I only got a minute here because I don't want to get too late. All right, so you can explain drunk driving?
Well, the elements for drunk driving are that the person is driving in the state of Florida, so it can be on his own property, it can be on a 10-acre property, any motorized vehicle, and is drunk. Those are the only three elements that the state has to prove. If they can prove those three, the person is going to be guilty.
And then you're screwed.
Yep. The person can be on a bicycle.
Right.
Then they can get around the test, things like that. But if they, as you said, that she's going to, since she refused the breath test,
yep,
that she's going to lose her license for a year.
For a year.
Her attorney's able to prove that she should have been pulled over in the first place, which I think that's going to be difficult.
Thank you, Gary, DUI attorney in Florida. What's your firm, Gary? Or are you just a sole proprietor, just Gary, the DUI lawyer?
This is your buddy, Gary.
Gary,
Yeah.
DePury. Yeah, I know who it is. Hey, okay. Oh, I recognize your voice
Hey,
now.
Gary.
All right, Gary. Hey, thanks, Gary. Appreciate it, man.
Hey, guys, thanks.
Thank you,
have,
Gary.
Have a great day. Yeah, Gary's Gary's the one that gave us the mystery safe.
The mystery safe.
All those years ago, where he had this massive safe, and we had it cracked open. There was nothing in it.
It still sits in his office today. Yeah, Union County, MJ, is kind of near Lake City, just south of I-10, near Jacksonville.
There we go. Yeah, I don't know if I'm sure I've driven through Union County.
No, you haven't.
You don't think so?
There's nothing in Union County.
All right, folks, you got the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. I want to welcome a new sponsor. with Fester today. Roxanne, as you know, took a couple days off. And then Froggy calls in sick this morning. So it's just the Fester and MJ show today. So I've got this audio bite. I've been sitting on this for a couple of days. I just didn't, like late last week. What is today, Wednesday? Oh, my, it's Wednesday already?
Yeah, it's already Wednesday, yes.
So I had this, I think, late last week, and it was in the bottom of my pile. I'm like, son of a... I guess I wanted to do the story, and it's okay. I'm a couple of days late, but the reason why I wanted to do the story, I never heard of this particular food blowing people's butts out. I'm sorry. Just funny to Just funny to think of this. There is a celebrity that we're all aware of, and he was on one of the late night talk shows, and I guess told the story how he was filming a movie, and this was in New York, I guess, Brooklyn, Coney Island, and apparently this celebrity ate a whole bunch of Nathan's famous hot dogs, and he said that the hot dogs didn't quite agree with him, and he was recently on the Late Late Show with James Corden.
All right.
He's in his final days, isn't he? James Corden, he wraps things up and he packs his crap up and gets out of Dodge. He goes back to like England. I think the Late Late Show with James Corden, and I got to be honest, I think he's the most talented of the late night guys.
He could have done this for another 25 years if he wanted to.
Easily. I think James Corden's the most talented, but also there are a lot of stories that he's like a son of a bitch. There are stories that he's really, really difficult. There was another story last week about that some like director or producer said the worst he's ever worked with was James Corden. You know, you just don't see that. When you watch him on TV, he just seems so personable. All right, so the celebrity that was busted years ago for trying to solicit a little from a hooker off of Hollywood Boulevard
I know exactly
in
who
Los
it is
Angeles.
right now. Oh, as soon as you say that,
It's
Hugh Grant.
It is Hugh Grant.
What, Divine Brown was her name.
Exactly. Well, we brought her into town. We flew Divine Brown into town and had an appearance with the MJ and BJ morning show. And back then, MJ and BJ morning show, that was very pertinent. You know, the BJ part was very, very,
That's why she agreed to come to town.
Exactly.
She thought that'd work for her.
It was the MJ. If it was just the MJ morning show, no. But the fact that it was the MJ and BJ morning show, Divine Brown, the hooker, who was solicited by Hugh Grant, she had no problem coming to town.
I remember she showed up. She was like, BJ's a person?
Yeah. Very convenient. Yeah.
Hold on. Am I confused?
Yeah. Given the circumstances, very, very convenient. Anyway, so Hugh Grant is on with James Corden, and I just never heard of hot dog butt blowouts. Here, listen to this.
In Coney Island, New York, I was shooting a film with Sandra Bullock, and at lunchtime in Coney Island, they all said, "Oh, well, you must have a Nathan's hot dog. They're famous."
Yeah, they are.
Coney Island. Oh, righto, well, when in Rome. So I went off and had a Nathan's hot dog, and it was the most delicious thing I've ever eaten in my life.
Listen, Nathan's hot dogs are fantastic.
Yeah.
You know, I'm a New York dog guy. You know, for me, the only way to eat a hot dog, and really, I like a boiled hot dog. I don't like a grilled hot dog. I want a boiled hot dog. You get that skin snap, and a New York dog. It's just a steam bun, a boiled New York dog with a bunch of mustard and a bunch of sauerkraut.
Now, Nathan's grills their dogs, but the carts in the city,
they boil.
They boil.
Right. So, and again, it's been a while since I was at a Nathan's actual store and had a Nathan's hot dog that way. But for me, it's a New York street dog. That's the way it should be. It's a boiled hot dog, soft steam bun, mustard and sauerkraut. That's a hot dog for me. So Hugh Grant continues to tell the story.
So I thought, I'll have another. So I had two, and I thought, crikey, now I've got started, I'll have a couple more. So I had 4 of these things, but what no one had explained to me is that there's some ingredient that has an effect on a digestive system, famously with these hot dogs. So
I never heard that.
But when was the last time you ate 4 or 5 of them?
It's been a while since I don't eat a lot of hot dogs. So
nothing good can happen by eating an entire pack of Nathan hot dogs. 6 of them. Nothing good
No,
happens.
I think he had 4. But nevertheless, I might have 1 hot dog a year. I don't eat a lot of hot dogs. Do I find them delicious? Do I love a New York hot dog? I do. But I don't eat, just the nature of my diet, the way I roll, I just don't eat a lot of hot dogs. So the story continues.
I was, to put it delicately, very late back into the makeup tray. and when I got there, they said, "Are you okay?" I said, "Well, I'm not sure. My lunch, my Nathan's hot dogs really agreed with me." And it was a Brooklyn makeup girl, and she said, "What, did it blow your ass out?" I said, "Yes, it blew my ass out."
It sounds so much nicer when he says it.
It's pretty funny. Blow your arse out.
So, yeah, I mean, nothing good happens from eating 4 hot dogs.
Oh, man. And then Hugh Grant went on to do a commercial for...
When you have nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea.
Oh, man. And blew his butt out.
You got to watch out with hot dogs. There's a lot of fat in those dogs.
But I've never heard of hot dogs or Nathan's dogs specifically blowing your butt out. I never heard of that. But the makeup lady did, apparently.
Yeah.
This Brooklynite makeup lady.
That's why she'll have 1, maybe 2, not 4. Especially to a guy who probably doesn't eat that much fat in a week.
All right, this next thing here, I mean, really? Kids had to be hospitalized after they chewed spicy gum at school here in Florida? You know, you have those, I don't know whether it's a trick gum. There's a brand name here, and maybe you've heard of this. I haven't. But cops are warning parents about one of these stupid TikTok challenges. And again, folks, you know my position on TikTok. Get TikTok off your kids' phones. It's a Chinese spy operation. They're gathering data. You know, it's a Trojan horse. You know, TikTok. Listen, I would ban TikTok. I really would. Because of the information, the data that we're handing over to the Chinese Communist government. So cops are warning parents over this stupid online social media challenge that has sent kids to the hospital, allegedly. At least 10 elementary students at Dexter Park School in Orange, Massachusetts were hospitalized last week after encountering a spicy bubble gum. What's the name of this crap? It's Kajan's Trouble Bubble Gum.
When the name is Trouble Bubble, that says it's pretty hot.
Where the hell do you buy Trouble Bubble Gum? I never heard of this stuff. And, well, hold on. You got to go to the hospital? You've got like a fireball, like an atomic fireball flavor, and that's going to send you to the hospital?
This has got to be hotter than that, MJ. Atomic fireball wears off in a couple of minutes, and it's only spicy. It's cinnamon spicy.
Tell you what, let's hook these little kids up with Hugh Grant and have them put that about 5 or 6 Nathan's hot dogs.
Right? Get them on both ends.
You want to go to the hospital? We'll get you to the hospital. It's something you will see out of a horror movie. Honestly, it felt like these kids were under attack. Said a parent by the name of Kathleen Woodard told the Western Massachusetts News. What are you talking? It's bubble gum that's sold. All right, it's Kajan's Fiery Foods makes their fiery hot sauce bubble gum, I guess, right?
Yes, I'm on their website. I've never heard of Kajan's.
Are we pronouncing it right? It's C-A.
Cajuns? Cajuns, maybe?
It's C-A-G-J-O-H-N-S. Maybe it is Cajuns.
I mean, that would make sense being spicy.
Yeah, but it's spelled like John's. The spicy gum online ad challenges consumers to blow a single bubble. And I guess there was a trending hashtag Trouble Bubble. And it encourages or challenges people to chew the gum and blow a bubble. And I guess the gum is spicy and it makes your mouth feel like it's on fire.
I mean, MJ, think about these kids, though. They're losing their mind if their mouth is on fire.
Listen, come on. You got to go to the hospital?
What else?
Come on.
I understand.
What a waste of resources.
Yes, they're not going to die from the hot sauce bubble gum, but in that moment of panic, after kids freaking out, they think they're dying. What do you do? Take them to the hospital.
I guess they call this Cajuns, Fiery Foods, or Cajans, whatever it is. They call the Trouble Bubble gum the hottest bubble gum on the planet. You can buy it online. Amazon sells packs of the gum for $15. What the? Yes, Andrew.
They claim that each piece of gum is 16 million Scoville units.
Yeah, Scoville units is how they measure the hotness of chili peppers.
That sounds pretty hot.
Yeah, 16 million compared to a jalapeno, which is up to 8,000.
Are you serious? 16 million Scoville unit bubblegum?
That's what their website says, yes.
If you give somebody like ghost pepper bubblegum, if a kid has it, you're going to end up taking him to the hospital. They're going to freak out.
I see the phones are blowing up in there as well, just like Hugh Grant's butt.
Yeah, just like
phones are blowing up right in there. Anyway, I just thought this was ridiculous that the kids had to be hospitalized.
You don't know how hot this was, man. If they were fearing death, if they thought they couldn't breathe anymore, the first thing you do is take the kid to the hospital.
Sounds a little, juiced up to me. All right, 7:14 at the MJ Morning Show. Folks, you're in luck because next we start the very long. We go an hour and 20 minutes nonstop. You know what I want to do? Among other things, I want to open up the Taylor Swift phone lines.
Okay.
Because I had a little complaint about Taylor Swift on yesterday's show. I had no blowback. No blowback whatsoever. But I want to take the MJ Morning Show listening audience temperature on Taylor Swift and all of this kind of ridiculous bending over backwards for Taylor Swift. I want to listen to you, the MJ Morning Show audience. I'll explain why next. Right here on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Stand by. Nothing. I had zero complaints, not one complaint at all. All right, I'll explain in a second. Fester was like asking me a question about the Taylor Swift deal, and no complaints, zero, nothing. We'll get into that here in a second, so I want to take phone calls in a minute. Welcome, folks. You got the MJ Morning Show. It's Q105. It is 7:24, and boom, right now we start 1 hour and 20 minutes at least. Got to be honest, most days it's a little over an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ Morning Show. A couple of bonus minutes in there. But listen, no one does this. No one goes for an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop content, no music, no commercials, just, nonstop quality entertainment. No one does this. We do it. The MJ Morning Show.
We're the only radio show in the country that goes this long. It's incredible.
I think we do. Also, I want to remind you about a couple of things. Take the MJ Morning Show with you. So if you're listening in the car now, you don't have to stop. When you get out of the car, make sure you have one of the apps on your phone. Make sure you have the TuneIn app, the Odyssey app, the iHeartRadio app, and just search for Q105 Tampa. You put that in, just search it, and boom, you can listen to us live on your phone, live. So it's seamless. Go from the car to your phone, and wherever you go, keep listening to the MJ Morning Show. And then I launched Operation MJ9.
Yes.
Operation MJ9 is also make sure you're listening in the 9 o'clock hour. We go from 9 to virtually 10 o'clock. So it's all MJ Morning Show content galore out the waz in the 9 o'clock hour. So make sure you listen to us same way. Smart speaker, just tell the smart speaker to play Q105 Tampa, MJ Morning Show. Listen on your desktop computer. If you go to mjmorningshow.com on your desktop, at the very top, there's a big red button, like a big old clown nose. And you click on that. It says listen live. Listen on your computer speakers. So many ways to listen to the MJ Morning Show after you get out of the car, when you get to work or wherever you're going. Hey, quick follow-up on this chewing gum thing. And I've got a couple of school stories I actually want to get to here because, a lot of teachers are going to school. A lot of, kids are getting ready or going to school now. But if you missed the last segment, we were talking about these kids up in Massachusetts.
Yeah, Orange, Massachusetts.
And they apparently did this trouble bubble gum challenge, and it's this incredibly spicy bubble gum made by Cajuns or Cajuns or Cajones. It's Cajohns is the manufacturer. I guess they make hot sauces, but they also came out with this, I guess it's a pouch of bubble gum. And the story is, and really?
So each pouch has one piece in it. It's like that nacho chip that we had.
Oh, okay.
This is designed. Right. This isn't like you're going to find. It's not like Dentine Fire. So it's not extra cinnamon.
It's not like your daily chewing stuff. It's a novelty.
Right. It's a novelty gum where you get one piece in a pack. 16 million Scoville units, like Andrew said earlier. It's really, really hot gum. This is meant to be dare gum.
What happened was kids up in Massachusetts at school were taking the challenge, and there was this stupid online video challenge. Can you chew this troubled bubble gum? Can you chew it without your face catching on fire? So these kids started crying, and they were transported to the hospital by an ambulance.
Yes.
The fire department. Were you serious? My mouth is on fire. Better call the fire department. Oh, my fireball. I mean, come on, even then.
Think of the spiciest thing you've ever had in your mouth. This is hotter than that.
Fester,
you're a kid.
Fester, come on. You got to be transported to the hospital because of the spicy bubble gum? Dude, I realize this will blow your tongue and taste buds out that it's 16 million Scoville units. I get it. But I'm just having a hard time believing that the kids really need to be transported. This happened at a school, Dexter Park School in Orange, Massachusetts. And these kids were trying to do this challenge, which, all these dopey, stupid things, all these dumb challenges online. Talk to your kids about these challenges, especially the ones that kill kids, like the
sleep hold game and the pass out game.
The pass out game,
yeah.
the choking. There's all kinds of stupid things. So literally, the Orange, Massachusetts Fire Department was dispatched to the school to transport 6 children to the Haywood Hospital. You know who started the Haywood Hospital?
I have an idea.
Guy named Haywood Jablomi. He was
Dr. Jablomi, please.
Dr.
Jablomi started the hospital.
Dr. Jablomi. He Dr. Jablomi. He was very instrumental in bringing modern medicine to the western part of Massachusetts. So, come on, really? So the students suffered from vomiting, intense pain, burning, stomachache, skin irritation. Come on,
right, so
over a bubble gum that's sold online or
I'm on
wherever.
YouTube right now.
Yeah.
There are dozens of videos of morons just trying this gum.
Well, guess what? Guess who's going to be the moron tomorrow?
Who?
I'm thinking you. Can you get a package of this? Let's try it.
Absolutely not.
Come on.
I consulted my physician,
Yeah.
Dr. Jablomi.
Yeah.
He said that it probably wouldn't be very good for
From
me
the
to do.
Jablomi Institute, right?
Yes.
For Advanced Medical
Yes,
Sciences. Come on, let's get this thing.
First of all, I went to Amazon.
Oh, you know what? Froggy is sick today. He's not listening. Get this, and let's come up with some kind of ruse and just hand this off to Froggy and just say, I don't know, hey, you got to try this new bubble gum. It's phenomenal. And then, you know what we ought to do? We ought to get pieces so you and I take normal bubble gum pieces.
Yes.
And then we give him the one that's 16 million Scoville units.
So I'm looking
We
at
give him the troubled bubble.
the actual gum itself, MJ,
Yeah.
is it looks like it's a piece of pink bubble gum.
First of all, it's one piece of gum for $14.59.
It's that novelty. Remember when I bought those
Yeah.
super crazy hot nacho chips? They
Oh,
were 10,
yeah.
12 bucks
Oh,
each.
That's right. One chip was
Yeah.
$9.99. One flipping chip like the size of a Dorito was $10. We got to do this. So we got to we got to lull Froggy into a false sense. So you and I pop the gum. Oh man, this is good. This is good.
It's really great.
We're chewing a normal double bubble, and then we give Froggy one of the trouble bubbles and see what happens.
All right, currently on Amazon,
Hey,
it's unavailable.
If he goes into cardiac arrest, are we can we be charged with murder or something?
I got lawyers.
Is that like manslaughter?
I ain't worried. I got defense attorneys.
I'm just asking. Anyway, listen, I still don't understand why kids had to be transported to the hospital because of this spicy
All right.
trouble bubble gum.
You obviously don't have small children anymore. You give one to Julian right now, he thinks his throat's closing up.
Julian is 18 years old. He's not. Julian will be 19 on the 4th of July.
Think of the panic that sets in. The little kid never had anything this hot before. I've never had anything this hot before.
A couple of other school stories. Had this yesterday, just didn't get around to it. Did you see the teacher up in the Panhandle that was just sitting back at her desk and watching kids slug each other, like just pound each other in the classroom? I would like to offer up a public service announcement and observation that if you're a teacher and if you enjoy what you do, if you'd like to remain employed, you probably don't want to do what this 6th grade teacher did up in Leon County. Teacher would facilitate classroom fights among girls in middle school. The teacher even announced the rules.
Was there a bell? Was the teacher So these are 6th grade. What's 6th grade? 6th grade's what, 12 years old?
Yeah, 12 years old, 11, 12. So the teacher would facilitate the fights in the classroom. The teacher would announce the rules, warning students, don't pull hair. So this is up in Tallahassee. And the teacher is in a boatload of trouble. Angel Drew Footman, a 23-year-old teacher. So, what, just out of college, essentially?
It was your first year or so teaching?
Man, this is a great way to start your education career. Angel Drew Footman.
Miss Footman?
Yeah.
Yeah. When's it my turn to fight?
She's charged with 4 counts of contributing to the delinquency of a minor, according to court documents in Leon County. She's scheduled for arraignment next month, May 4th. Yeah, I don't think she's in the classroom any longer. Not clear whether she had an attorney. I would recommend one. The public defender's office for the area did not immediately respond to the press request for comment, but the affidavit filed to support the arrest of this teacher, which was issued late last week, said she denied having organized the fights at Griffin Middle School in Tallahassee. Yeah, the author of the document, Sheriff's Detective Hannah Perry, wrote that Footman offered this explanation. Quote, Footman stated outright that she knows she has poor classroom management skills. Wait, so you're organizing like Fight Club in class, and that's your answer? I know that I have poor classroom management skills.
I mean, if you can organize an entire fight club, you actually have pretty decent management skills.
They arrested her. They booked her. Booked her into jail on Friday. She did turn herself in to deputies in neighboring Gadsden County. She was released 2 hours later. The affidavit said that it was based on numerous interviews with faculty members and students, including girls involved in the fights, some of whom went to Footman's sixth grade classroom from other classes to participate.
Yeah.
What? How, if other teachers knew this, how did this not, come to, like the arrest come to fruition sooner?
You've seen MMA bouts before. Sometimes they bring in a fighter from other countries.
Yeah. Let's bring in an MMA, sixth grade girl from down the hall from a different class, different homeroom.
Now, do you have all the rules or just the no pulling hair one?
I got a bunch of stuff here.
Okay, because there's a couple 30-second rounds, no screaming, no yelling, no phones, and no pulling hair.
I do have that.
Yeah, man, that's a lot of rules. It's like Lane Mills, ding, ding, ding.
Because some of the girls did video it, so the audio was captured on video. So that's how we know that it's no phones, no screaming, no yelling, no screaming. So what? So you don't attract the attention of other classes down the hall? Man, this is nuts. It's like Fight Club. The female 23-year-old teacher was organizing Fight Club in a sixth grade middle school classroom.
Is she next to Don? Is she next Don King?
That's crazy.
No. Did you miss her calling? 2
fights took place between March 22nd and one on March 23rd. They involved 6 girls who paired off. No one was reported being injured. This is insane. So if you're a teacher, you might want to refrain from organizing Fight Club in your middle school classroom, or certainly elementary school or high school.
Dude, if I were in that class, I would be like the ring announcer. In this corner, 4'10" coming in at 65 pounds, Rebecca. Huh?
Where's Rachel? Is she involved?
She's in the other corner.
Okay.
She's in the red corner.
All right. And then there's one other school story. And I don't know what the heck's going on in Massachusetts, because Massachusetts had the hot chewing gum story.
Yes.
And then listen to this. A principal at a school, the school principal has departed the school district. Why? Called the students asshats.
I mean, I think asshat's getting off easy. Well, he could have done. The principal could have done a lot worse than an asshat.
It's a female.
She could have done. She could have done a lot.
I would have guessed the same thing. A principal calling students an asshat. I would have guessed that. You know what? Maybe it would be a male principal. Nope, a female. And then the female principal has now left the school district. This actually, it happened last year, but now it's coming to light that the principal left with an $80,000 deal. What? You call the kids asshats. First of all, what's wrong with the good old ass clown? Asshat's good, but I like ass clown better.
And it's a female principal. I'm surprised by that.
Yeah. The principal of a Massachusetts high school was placed on leave, later left the job after referring to some of the students as asshats, got an $80,000 departure deal, and has left the district.
Yeah, I'll take my 80 large and leave too.
Yeah, really.
You know what? You asshats can have each other. Just give me the cash. I'll see you.
Is that not insane? Anyway, so I don't think that asshat is that bad. I mean, really, you got to leave the school district because you call the kids asshats?
You can't just apologize and call them buttheads.
Yeah, maybe so. Unbelievable. Hey, I've got a couple of restaurant stories that we've got to get to. I mean, we have a lot. I got to do the Taylor Swift deal. Also, the Froggy phone number story is very mystifying. And listen, I'm going to do it. Even though Froggy's not here, I'm doing it.
There's a lot of things mystifying with Froggy today.
Froggy called in sick this morning.
4:32 in the morning.
4:30 this morning, we all get a text in the group text. Hey, I'm going to need a sick day today. Okay, well, whatever. You know, Roxanne's out. Hey, it's the Fester and MJ show today. So we'll get to the Froggy story in just a minute. And then we got to go to the Taylor Swift phones. Because I made some statements yesterday about Taylor Swift and this whole barrage of Taylor Swift stories that, you know, enough is enough. Because these are local stories. She's coming this week. First show's tomorrow night. It's Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And if you're going to Taylor Swift, you love Taylor Swift, hey, fully support you. If you love Taylor Swift, that's your prerogative. I'm just not into Taylor Swift. I'm just being honest. And there are like 3 or 4 items that we talked about yesterday. And like, all right, this is overboard. This is too much. If you missed it, I'll reiterate. I'll refresh. But I want to go to phones. I want to open up the Taylor Swift lines. And I've got a specific question to ask you. And we'll do that here in just a minute. First of all, before I get to the Froggy story, and I don't expect the Froggy story to take very long, but first I want to share an email that I got with, I want to share the email with you that I got. And the headline was, funny story about your text line.
Okay.
Hey, MJ, a few months ago, I switched from one store location to another and now have a travel over an hour drive into work. I discovered your show and have been thoroughly entertained while driving in between 8 a.m. and 9:30 ever since. I've heard you mention the phone text number at least 100 times, maybe more. That's true. 800-990-1047. We're going to use the phone line in just a matter of minutes with the Taylor Swift deal. I have a pretty good sense of humor, and I thought I was pretty clever a few times, and I wondered why I never got a mention or a shout-out about my comments.
Oh, great.
So she's texting in, and she's not getting any response.
And this person thinks, well, are they getting replies back? Because Roxanne usually is in front of the text line.
Yeah, Roxanne runs our texts during the morning show, and then Roxanne's out. So Froggy was doing it while Roxanne's out. Then Froggy just calls in sick today.
But was this yesterday that she's complaining about?
No, this is not yesterday.
Okay, because Froggy only manned it one day.
No, hold on. You got to hear the rest of the story.
Okay.
Don't jump the gun over here. She says, I have a pretty good sense of humor, and I thought I was being pretty clever a few times. And she obviously sent in texts regarding some of the content, what we were talking about on the show. And she says she wondered why she never got a shout-out about her comments. Come to realize, a week or so ago, that I've been sending the texts to the wrong number. I've been texting you using 813-990-1047.
Who has that number?
I don't think it is. And then she writes, what a moron. Then I wondered why the person that has that number never sent a text back. That said, I'm an idiot and texting the wrong person. Love you guys, the banter back and forth, and the sheer honesty when you call someone out on how they're behaving or what they may be saying. This is from Robin Dotson. Office manager at Haverty's Furniture Company.
So yeah, she got moved from one store to another and has a longer drive. Thanks for listening.
I don't have a cell number. I would call her up. I just don't have a cell number.
Yeah, she tried texting you a bunch of times, but it just never went through.
I think I've got the store number and I've got, the fax number. because so many folks use faxes these days.
I want to fax in my couch request.
So she says she listens from 8 to 9:30, so she might not be listening right now. But Robin Dotson has been texting 813-990-1047 instead of 800-990-1047. Yeah, I don't think that the 990, I don't think that's, if I dialed, for instance, 813-990-1047, I don't think it does anything.
I don't know.
I don't think it's a real line. Yeah.
We're sorry.
Okay.
You have reached a number that has been disconnected or is no longer in service.
Yeah, she's just sending text into nothing.
And the phone company doesn't reply back like you're sending a text to a number that doesn't exist?
Sometimes if you sent a text to like a landline,
I've gotten that message before.
It'll say that so you sent it to a landline, and then they'll charge you to like deliver the message somehow.
How do they do that?
They send Jerry to the house. I don't know, with a printout.
Hey, I'm Jerry. Bill was trying to text
no idea.
you.
But hey, Robin Dotson, thank you for the email, and I'm glad that you have the correct way to call and text the MJ Morning Show, and that is 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. All right, speaking of phone numbers, this is an interesting story, and Froggy called in sick today. Should I try to call Froggy? Because, I mean, he might have a few more details on the story.
You know, if you want an answer to your phone call, you should try to call Kim. Froggy's not going to answer.
And I'm calling Froggy's cell number. Froggy called in sick at 4:30 this morning.
I hope he's okay.
Yeah, and then we'll talk about the whole Taylor Swift thing. Got my Taylor pile on. I want to go to phones on Taylor Swift in a minute.
Please leave a message.
See, I told you, he's not going to answer.
But of course. Should I call Kim up?
She's the one that answers her phone, yes.
Yeah, she does. All right, here's the deal. So Froggy, at the very end of the show yesterday, Froggy hands me this pink Post-it note. And he said, guys, this was left on the mirror on my car. And it's a square pink Post-it note.
It's a crappy Post-it note, yeah.
And it says, call me at, and then there's a phone number. 269 area code. First of all, where's area code 269?
That sounds like you're getting set up right there. 269.
Yeah, I wonder. Area code.
Area code.
Yeah, where is that?
All right.
Just click
it's
it.
coming. Michigan.
All right, so 269 area code is
the western lower corner of Michigan, kind of above Indiana.
Southwest portion of Michigan's lower peninsula is where that is.
I don't know if they call the lower part of Michigan the lower peninsula.
Dude, I'm reading it right on the Wikipedia entry right here.
Do they? I mean, it's the upper peninsula, but is the lower part the lower peninsula? I don't know.
Pink posted, it says, call me at 269, blah, 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 blah. I'm going to show MJ TV the note right now. So I'm holding this thing up.
Okay.
And this was left on Froggy's side view mirror on his car. So I'm holding up the posted right now on MJ TV. So MJMorningshow.com, you click on MJ TV, and you can watch us live. Or if you miss anything, you can go back and rewind. You can watch the video later on. When the show's over, you can watch the whole show on video. So Froggy gets this message. What's the game here? What does this person want? And I'll tell you right now, if you look at this, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to hold up the note again to MJ TV. This is a female writing. You can tell. There is no doubt in my mind. You can absolutely easily tell female writing from male writing.
It's so clear.
What happens with transgender writing?
That's the tell.
Yeah, I wonder. I wonder what the story is there.
Yes,
that and the Adam's apple.
How do you identify? I don't know. Write a sentence for me.
Exactly.
I'll decide.
But this is absolutely female writing. Just the way the letters are written. It just says, call me at 269, blah, 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 blah. So What do you think this is? Why would someone leave a pink Post-it on his side? What's the racket? What's the gimmick? Something is no reason why you should call me. Oh, hey, I hit your car. I dented your car. Please call me. I want to make things. No, nothing like that. Just call me. Left on Froggy's mirror. So I think we ought to dial the number.
Absolutely.
All right, Fester.
Yes.
I'm going to dial it, and then you pick it up. 1, 2, 6, 9, 9, 4. Oh. All right, here we go. All right, Fester, pick up Hot 1.
All right, I got it.
Pick it up. You got it?
I got it.
All right. Call play-by-play. Is
All right,
it still
so
ringing?
Second ring.
Second ring.
No answer still.
Okay.
Here comes my third ring.
Okay.
Hey, I got a message to call you. Somebody answered.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I
got a message on my car to call you. A little pink Post-it
got a
note.
pink Post-it note to call this number. So what can we talk to them on the show?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, my windshield was cracked. Yeah, my windshield is cracked.
All right, hang on a sec. Hang on. Tell him it's the MJ Morning Show. Can we talk to him on the show?
Is your name Brian? Hey, Brian, listen, this is Fester from the
man.
MJ
Hold
Morning
on.
Show.
It looks like
Q105 Radio.
It looks like a female writing. It's a guy. It's a guy.
You left your Post-it note
on Froggy's car.
On Froggy's car. One of our guys on our morning
put
show.
Put him on hold. Can we talk to him on the show?
Yeah, can we talk to you about this? Because we were curious as to why you left this Post-it note. You know, we didn't know what it is. Didn't leave. Can we talk to you for a second?
All right, Fester, do you know how to hit the hold button?
Wait, hold on, buddy.
Fester, look at the hold button.
So I had set him up. Listen,
you did?
He's on line one there.
Hey, Brian, welcome to the MJ Morning Show. How are you?
Doing good. How are you?
All right, so Brian, you're in the Tampa Bay area, obviously, but you have a lower Michigan area code.
Yes, I just recently retired and moved to Florida from Germany, so for the military. So I picked a 269 because I'm originally from Michigan.
Oh, okay. All right, so here's the deal. Have you ever heard of the MJ Morning Show on Q105?
I have not.
Okay, well, I would encourage you to try to listen to us. We're on 104.7 FM every morning, like right now. All right?
Okay.
All right, so where do you live, by the way? Do you live in Tampa?
I actually live all the way down in Ruskin, Florida.
Oh, all right. So Froggy is one of the guys on our morning show, and he called in sick this morning, so he's not here. But yesterday at the end of the show, he handed me this pink Post-it note, and it says, call me at 269, blah, 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 and it's your phone number. And Froggy's like, what is this? This thing was like on the side view mirror on my car. Why is somebody leaving a note on my car to call me?
This is great marketing.
And Brian,
hey, he probably thought it was one of his crazy exes or something.
Yeah. So Brian, and you're a guy, obviously, but your handwriting looks kind of a little.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hey, you got to thank my mother for that one, man.
No, because what I said was, I'm like, this is a female handwriting. Have you heard that before?
Yes, I have. It actually works in my business.
I'm telling you, it looked like a female handwriting.
Do you hear me? It worked because people call it back because they think it's a female.
Right. All right. So,
exactly.
Brian, tell me, why did you leave this note on Froggy's mirror on his Nissan Titan pickup truck?
Okay, so one of the business companies I work for is New Vision Auto. It's a windshield replacement. We work with the state insurance agencies. Just as long as they have comprehensive or full coverage, the windshield, because of state law and state statute, they're entitled for the insurance to pay for it.
Yeah. I've had, believe me, with the Howard Franklin bridge construction, I've had like 2 windshields in 2 years.
US 19 and MLK, they're really messing people up.
Oh, all over the place. All right, so here's the deal. So did you notice a crack? Because Froggy's windshield's cracked, right?
It's been cracked for like 2 years.
So, yeah, he's driving around. That's illegal. Froggy can get pulled over and get a ticket for having a cracked windshield. So
$186, man.
$186 ticket if you're pulled over. All right, so your name is Brian. Brian, you put the note on Froggy's window, call me, because you wanted to talk to him about the cracked window because you work for the auto glass company.
Yes, sir.
Now, listen, Brian, why didn't you put anything on the note like, hey, your windshield is cracked, I can help, call me? Why just the very innocuous, very mysterious, just call me?
Okay, so it's a strategy.
With your female writing.
Yeah, it's just a strategy that my supervisor taught me.
Right.
You're less likely to if you put your name or like New Vision Auto or your name or anything else, they're more likely not to give you a call.
He's exactly
But
right.
If you do have a pink sticky with female handwriting, and you keep it simple, call me at such and such number, they're most likely to be like, okay, who is this? Like,
I love it.
I need to find out who this is. Like, this is because, like, I'm married, I got a girlfriend, they're going to see this and be like, okay, I need to take care of this.
I got to be honest, Brian. I thought that us bringing this up, I thought that the mystery would deepen. I thought that we'd have no resolution. I didn't think we have an answer to this. And boom, we've got an answer.
Hey, what was his name again?
Froggy.
So tell Froggy he could have had another child with a woman, and I was just writing it on his phone.
Yeah, I'm sure his wife Kim would be really thrilled about that.
Because we have to talk about this.
Yeah, that's great.
Now, did you retire from the military, you said?
Yes, sir. I just recently retired in November.
What, Army?
Army, and I did like 10 years.
Wow. What did you retire, what, E5, E6? What did you retire as?
E6.
E6.
Yeah.
All right, but hey, thank you very much for your service to the country, and thanks for your service to leaving the pink female writing on Froggy's car.
You're welcome, man. If anybody has any damaged windshields, be sure to send them my way, okay?
Buddy.
MJ,
Thanks, Brian.
I just got a text from Kim, Froggy's beautiful wife. He says, we need to get his windshield fixed.
Well, duh. Froggy's windshield's been cracked for like 2 years.
So save that, post it. We'll give it to Froggy when he comes back to work. I'm glad to know what it is.
That's hysterical. When I get my windshields fixed, I use Mike's Auto Glass.
I mean, if he's not available, you always go with people who leave Post-it notes on your car. I mean, if Mike's not available, I got this Post-it note to Walmart.
All right. I got to move on to Taylor Swift right now.
All right.
And I want to go to phones. Andrew, get ready to answer the lines. I want to know, and listen, I'm asking honestly here. I'm not trying to tweak anybody. I want to go to phones here, and I want to ask you about Taylor Swift. I am not a Taylor Swift fan.
I haven't heard you say that before.
Taylor Swift is coming to town tomorrow, Friday, and Saturday. It to me, it means nothing. I mean, zero, maybe even less than zero. However, I totally respect that there are plenty of Taylor Swift fans. She's going to sell out 3 Ray J's Thursday, Friday, Saturday in the configuration that they're going to operate, maybe 75,000 seats. So
this is bigger than any Super Bowl they've had in that stadium.
This is bigger than no one has done 3 nights sold out.
No.
Rolling Stones, U2, no one's done this. So I give Taylor Swift a lot of respect. I give a lot of credit, even though I'm not a fan. I've also, over the weeks here, I've talked about how extravagant her stage show is, and the reviews have been ginormous.
I haven't seen one negative review.
I find her music to be disposable. I'm just not a fan. But if you are, I'm not taking anything away. That's your prerogative. That's why we're all different. I fully respect if you're a Taylor Swift fan.
We've all established that you're not a fan because you've said it only 20 times in the last 30 seconds.
Here's what I'd like to know. Is the Taylor Swift hype just over the top? Is it about right? Is it not enough? And the reason why I'm asking this is we mentioned like 3 items yesterday. First of all, Mayor Jane Castor, doing a nice job as the Tampa mayor, my mayor, Jane Castor. She is giving Taylor Swift the key to the city and making her honorary mayor, which
does she get to make any rulings while she's honorary mayor?
I don't think so.
Can I talk to her about the water issues in South Tampa?
So Taylor Swift... Oh, that all my faucets are clogged with green sludge.
We need some new pipes. Come on. A couple of potholes in town that I'm concerned about.
Taylor Swift is being made the honorary mayor of Tampa for the concert stop. Then we find out that Hillsborough County is changing, ceremonially changing Hillsborough County to Swiftsboro County. All right, I'm getting a little nauseous here. All right, so we got the city of Tampa, honorary mayor in the key. Hillsborough County, it's now Swiftsboro County. Then we find out that the SPCA of Tampa Bay, they're naming adoptees, dogs that need to be adopted. They're naming them after Taylor Swift songs. All right.
Great. Okay.
All right, folks, my question is this too much? Am I just being overly sensitive? Listen, if I need to be put in my place, put me in my place. Or do you agree? I want to take the temperature of the audience because it's a massive event. Taylor Swift deserves a lot of credit. She's very successful. She has tons of fans. She's selling out 3 packed Ray J's this week. But is some of this just a little too much? Am I right or wrong? If I'm wrong, tell me. If I'm right, tell me.
Mayor Jane should allow Taylor Swift to name the new police chief. I mean, if you're gonna make her the mayor, let her name the police chief.
She gets to pick the new chief.
Can't go any worse than it did the first time. So have Taylor pick. Yes.
All right, let's go to phones on this. 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. So let's go to phones, and I want to know, am I right or wrong about, come on, everyone's like twisting themselves into freaking pretzels over this deal. All right, 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. Am I right? Am I wrong? What are your thoughts on all of this Taylor Swift hype? All right, phones are loaded. Let me give you the Rock the Cash Box word real quick. This hour's word is show, like the MJ Morning Show. All right, so this hour's word is show. That's SHOW. Texted nationwide to 45911 before quarter after for your chance at $1,000 cash. You can also enter it on the Q105 app or at myq105.com. So good luck. So that's our 8 a.m. word. It's show, texted nationwide to 45911. We'll have the next word at 10 a.m. this morning. Good luck from the MJ Morning Show. Let's start out with Laura in Riverview. Laura, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hey, how's it going? I've called in before.
Thank you.
So I agree with you. I'm a huge Taylor Swift fan. I think the Swiftsboro thing is laughable. The naming of the dogs at the SPCA, I just think that's cute.
Yeah, listen, that is cute. And any way that they can try to enhance the number of adoptions from the SPCA of Tampa, listen, I don't think naming the dogs after like famous serial killers. I don't think that, hey, would you like to adopt Dahmer? Hey, John Wayne Gacy, beautiful beagles up for adoption. I wouldn't support that. But listen, it is cute to name the dogs after. But still, the whole Taylor Swift thing. So you agree with me that it's a little too much overall?
Yeah, I heard you yesterday talking about it. And I thought you were, because I heard Swiftsboro, and I was like, oh, Pennsylvania or Tennessee? And you're like, Hillsboro. And I was like, what?
Yeah, from a ceremonial standpoint, they're renaming Hillsborough County Swiftsboro County. Like, no maps will be changed. Your GPS in your car will not reflect this. But
No.
yeah.
All the sheriff's cars are going to have different names on them.
Swiftsboro County Sheriff's Office. Let's get Chad Chronister on the phone.
I'm the sheriff of Swiftsboro County.
It's only, right?
Yeah.
But no, I'm a huge Taylor Swift fan. I think she is a very good lyricist, however.
Lyricist.
We'll go with what Laura said.
And I am jealous of anyone that gets to go to any of the shows. I didn't even try to buy tickets because Ticketmaster.
All right, so wait a minute. Oh, yeah, well, Ticketmaster was a mess on this deal.
Yeah.
So you're saying that you're a big fan, but you agree with me that the height, it's a little over the top.
Yeah, I can, and I love her. I think she's great, but sometimes, like, people do extra stuff that doesn't even make sense. Like, I get it, but I don't care about it.
Gotcha. Laura, thanks for the call from Riverview. Denise is in Brandon. Hey, Denise, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hi, MJ. I'm an original Power Pig fan. I love you guys. I am a Swiftie fan, but I don't think Swiftsboro sounds like a good idea. However, I do feel that because she has come back to Tampa so many times, and this year she's got 3 back-to-back shows, she's bringing in millions of dollars into revenue into the county, the general area, because people fly in from out of the state to come to more than one concert.
Yep.
So if we're going to, celebrate people like John Gruden and, our sports stars that, in my mind, sometimes do less than that and don't even bring us a Super Bowl until years and years later, why shouldn't we celebrate somebody whose influx of money is immediate into our area? So, I mean, it is a little over the top. Swiftsboro sounds kind of crazy, but I think she deserves it.
Thanks for the call. Appreciate it. And listen, you are right. There is a lot of money tied to this. The most money is going to Taylor herself, though.
Right, but she's. But
You know
You know what they're saying? They're saying that this whole tour is going to bring in over $500 million. The whole tour, they're estimating $600 million.
All right, MJ, but Denise is right. When you think of a big act and they do a tour, they stop in Orlando, Miami, Jacksonville, Tampa.
Yeah, this is the only Florida
this
stop.
Is the only one. I don't think she's even going to Atlanta, is she?
Yeah, so Floridians from all over the state have to come to Tampa for the 3 shows.
People from around the country are gravitating to this.
Well, that's what the caller said.
Yeah, she's right.
With any big band, you've got the super fans that go to all these different cities. Hey, we were, let's see, Michelle, if you remember, Michelle went to the Eagles with Julian, and then, what was it? Did we just lose? She hung up. She just dropped.
She heard the story before, so she's like, I forget it.
And then remember, we went to Vail. Thursday, we flew to Vail a couple of days after the Eagles, and there were some people at the airport that had Eagles shirts on. They came in to see the Eagles. Yeah. And they stayed a couple of extra days in Tampa. Hey, John is in Land O'Lakes. So, John, I'm asking the question, a lot of Taylor Swift hype. Are you into the hype or you think it's too much? Where do you stand?
I think it's way over the top, man. I agree Swift is one heck of a good artist, and she deserves all the accolades that she gets. But come on, man, enough's enough.
Got you, John. Thank you, buddy. Let's grab Ella in Tampa. Listen, I'm going to the phones to ask what the listeners think, and guess what? 3 calls. Praise Taylor Swift. The 2 women that called first, they're fans, and they think it's over the top.
John even liked her.
Hey, maybe I'm not off base here. Ella's in Tampa. Hey, Ella, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hi.
Yes, Ella. Yeah, go ahead. We can hear you loud and clear.
Hi.
Yep.
So, I'm a huge Taylor Swift fan, and I don't think she should be mayor for a day. I think she should be president of the United States for a day.
Good for you. Good for you, Ella. Oh, don't you hang up, man. That was awesome.
Ella, why'd you hang up?
That was great.
Ella's
right.
Ella, why'd you hang up?
I'll tell you right now.
I wanted to hear more of Ella.
President Biden puts Taylor Swift on the ticket. He's a shoo-in.
Yeah. Hey, Taylor, solve the Ukrainian situation. Would you play?
Shake it off.
Solve the border crisis. Would you play? David in Zephyr Hills. Hey, David, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hey, MJ, this is your favorite caller, David.
Hey, David, welcome back. Go ahead.
Hey, buddy. So I just got 2 thoughts. One is life is too short not to admit that you don't like a catchy Taylor Swift song. But I think you answered your own question about this because you said no one sold out 3 nights. So anything they do for her is deserving.
Listen, I've built up Taylor. I'm not a fan. I don't really like anything that she does musically, but I've been very fair, and I've talked about the super fans that she has by the millions. I've said that her stage show is getting rave reviews, that she's putting on one hell of a show. So, listen, I'm giving her accolades. I'm giving her some props over here. I'm just asking, is the hype too much?
Hey, ask Fester, too, what his idea for naming Busch Gardens is for her.
Well, somebody said that they were going to name Busch Gardens Swift Gardens.
Swift Gardens.
And I don't know if that was true, but David sent me a text yesterday.
I'll tell you what. Why don't we just name the Sunshine Skyway the Sunshine Swiftway? What about that? We'll just rename that.
Nobody thought of that yet.
Oh, jeez.
I mean,
Did I just plant that seed?
Hillsborough County Commissioner's like, quick, rename the bridge.
Well, you got 3 counties involved because you have on the southern end, you got Manatee County. Right in the middle, where they get all the suicides, that's Hillsborough County. And then then seriously, and then on the northern end, it's Pinellas County.
Yeah, that's what Hillsborough's
You got
known for.
3 counties for the Sunshine Skyway Bridge. Hey, buddy, thanks for the call, David. Lisa is in Tampa. Hey, Lisa, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey.
MJ, I totally agree with you. Way over the top. I'm not a fan at all. And enough.
Did you hear the mayor and her announcement?
No, and I'm glad I did.
Yeah, Fester. And listen, I like Jane Castor. I don't know if we needed to, really just. It just seems like going a little too far out of the way.
Every city is going out of their way to do something for Tay-Tay.
Right. Lisa, thanks for the call. Turn up your radio. This is the audio of Mayor Jane?
Yeah, this is off of the City of Tampa Twitter page.
All right, go ahead and roll the audio. Go.
Hey, Taylor, this is Mayor Jane Castor. We are so excited to welcome you to Tampa April 13th through the 15th. Let me tell you, our weather never goes out of style. Your fans have spoken, and they want to know what we are doing to welcome you to our beautiful city. We know Glendale changed its name, Arlington made a street sign, and Vegas illuminated their gateway arches.
All right, stop,
But
hit pause.
here
Stop. They named like a street in Vegas after her, or the Gateway, or
the Gateway changed it, put Taylor Swift all over that in Vegas. I guess Glendale changed their name.
Hang on, let me roll this back a little bit.
So all these cities are going out of their way for Taylor.
All right, it's too much. Come on.
You to our beautiful city. We know Glendale changed its name, Arlington made a street sign, and Vegas illuminated their gateway arches. But here in Tampa, we've got a reputation to uphold. We want to go bigger. So I want to present you with a key to the city and invite you to be our honorary mayor for a day. Mayor Swift has a nice ring to it. We can't wait to welcome you and your fans to Tampa, Taylor's version.
Jane winks and they have a little ding. Yeah. All right. So I've been recognized several times. So Mayor Dick Greco gave me the key to the city. So I actually have a Mayor Dick Greco key to the city of Tampa and a whole plaque, the big metal key. And it does say to MJ, the key to the city of Tampa with a few strings attached. And literally he presented me the plaque and there are strings hanging off the key. So I and that's from Dick Greco. That's from years ago. And then Mayor Bob Buckhorn, we had an honorary MJ day when we shut down the MJ Morning Show back in 2012. So I've had a couple of recognitions from different mayors in the city of Tampa. So I guess I got to ask, when is my Mayor Jane Cass? I'm here every day. Taylor Swift's going to be in and out,
Mayor Iorio asked me once to never speak to her again. So she's not a Fester fan.
Yeah, she had you put on a watch list.
Yeah, sorry, Mayor Pam.
So I'll go back to phones here in a second. If you're on hold, hang on. Now, weather-wise, 3 nights, open stadium. And
how is the weather going to be?
Oh, just torrential thunderstorms. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. So the weather looks like Thursday partly cloudy, Friday partly cloudy, Saturday partly cloudy. It looks no rain in the forecast for any of the 3 concerts.
This has really been a beautiful week weather-wise. It's been nice and cool in the evening.
Very lucky. All right, let me grab Lori in Tampa. Lori, you're on the MJ Morning Show regarding my Taylor Swift question. Go ahead.
Hi, good morning. Can
Hi.
you guys hear me?
Yeah, loud and clear. Go.
Okay, great. So I just wanted to say that I completely agree with you. I was trying to get my son to Jesuit this morning, and I could not because traffic is backed up on Dale Mabry and MLK.
Why? The concert's not till tomorrow.
There are fans lined up everywhere under umbrellas in the rain. And
What?
I'm not sure why. Yes.
Why?
I don't know. Are they hoping to get a glimpse of her? I was stuck behind.
She's not going to show up until...
Is there a rehearsal?
Maybe she's in town. Maybe a sound check? I don't know.
I don't know, but they're all lined up, and I just hope that the police are ready for this because it's going to be a nightmare.
Yeah, I'm going nowhere near Ray J. I'm going nowhere near that direction. Thursday, Friday, Saturday. You know what? I'll probably even extend it into Tuesday next week just for the hell of it.
People like me, my son goes to Jesuit, so we have to go there, by there twice a day.
Wow. All right, Mia, good luck. I'm sorry, Lori.
Thank you.
Lori, good luck.
Lori, have a good one.
Lori,
Bye.
have a beautiful day. All right. Listen, most of the callers agree with me, though. I mean, that's why I'm taking calls. Hey, I'm a big dude over here. I can take it. If you want to swat me down, you want to shout me down, do it. All right, so Mia is next. Mia's in Clearwater. Hey, Mia, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Mia, are you there? Mia. Mama Mia.
I'm here.
There you go. All right, Mia, go ahead. Yeah, Mia, you're up. Go ahead.
I think is absolutely stupid and ridiculous. So stupid that they're going this far.
Again, all these callers seem to be agreeing with me. So you agree it's over the top?
Way over the top. What has she done for Hillsborough to even get a key to the city?
She's collecting a crap load of money. She's lining her pockets. But listen, she is bringing in revenue to the city, tax dollars.
Every restaurant, every hotel, every rental car agency, there's a lot of money coming to town because of this.
Going to sell a lot of $12 Cokes at the stadium.
You bet they are.
Yeah, that's true. She is going to bring fans, but come on.
Mia, thanks for the call. Again, a lot of folks are in agreement with me. Enjoy the show. If you're a fan, not going to take a thing away from you. If you love Taylor Swift, please continue to love Taylor Swift. Continue to love Taylor Swift. All right, Stephanie's in Tampa. Stephanie, you're on the MJ Morning Show. We're asking the question, the Taylor Swift hype, is it over the top? Is it about right? Or is it not enough? Go ahead, Stephanie.
Hey, I say it's actually really fun, so let people have their fun, MJ.
Okay.
Also.
Oh, and I'm saying that. I think I just kind of said that if you're into it, then, have at it.
Yeah, why not? Also, I was going to tell you the reason the fans are lined up this morning outside of Ray J in the rain is because they're selling exclusive merchandise in trucks that will be outside the stadium, and they open later this morning.
Oh, wow. So is this Taylor Swift sanctioned? Is this official merchandise?
I believe it is.
Oh, my God. So the concert hasn't even started yet, and she's making money.
She's already selling the merch out there. Yeah, we've gotten
She's not dumb.
Stephanie, you're right. We've gotten a couple of texts already, Stephanie. You're absolutely right. They're going to start selling early merch the day so you can show up in your Taylor Swift gear.
Oh, boy.
That's right.
All right, Stephanie, thank you for the insight.
All right, you guys take care.
I appreciate you calling, and thanks for listening.
Have a good day.
All right, Kathy is in Tampa. Kathy, MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hi, good morning.
Yes, Kathy, go ahead.
Okay, I do agree with you totally. I'm not getting on a soapbox, but I do not understand the Swift. She, to me, is just a normal singer. She just got very lucky, and I don't get it. You know that the average person, it's 86% of her fans are between the ages of 4 and 25. So it's like, somebody's spending money to buy these kids tickets. It's not a lot of adults. I know there are, and they're kind of weird if they do, but it's like a teeny bopper thing. I don't understand. I don't get it, and this is just overboard. I mean, there's so many people that are more deserving. I mean, there are heroes. There are, again, I'm not going to get into it, but a singer, I mean, come on.
She is very talented. I will give her, while she's not my cup of tea, she is a vocalist. She plays instruments. She writes music. I mean, she is a talented young woman. Kathy, thanks for the call. Oh, look at this. Pam is in Tampa at the stadium. Pam, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Good morning.
Morning, Pam.
Yes, I came in from Bradenton. Even though my daughter is going to the concert on Friday, I'm braving it to get something for her and her friends today, and it's packed crazy.
All right, so you drove up from Bradenton. You're going to the show later in the week, but you drove up just to buy merch?
Yep, just on the off chance a particular hoodie sells out. The big thing is a blue hoodie, and everybody's on the hunt for it.
And guess what? The hoodie's what, $85?
Probably. There's cops everywhere. I'm literally on Dale Mabry right now, turning in. Yep.
And you're saying it's packed?
It is packed.
Unbelievable.
Yes, there's cops everywhere.
The Swifties are insane for the merch, I guess. So they're doing early merch sales today, and that's why the traffic is all insane. Pam, sounds like you're a good mom. How old's your daughter?
She just turned 18.
All right. Thank you, Pam. Have a great day.
Y'all too. Bye.
All right, Amanda. Phones have blown up on this. Amanda's in Apollo Beach. Hey, Amanda, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Asking about the whole Taylor Swift thing. You think some of the hype's over the top? What are your thoughts?
Well, I kind of think that the way our world has been the last couple of years and all the negativity and nastiness, who the heck cares? Like, it's positive. It's exciting. I have 2 daughters that are going. It's like...
How'd they get tickets, Amanda?
Exciting. They got it the morning of, and they paid $160.
That is not bad. So they did not get screwed by Ticketmaster? They got through?
No, they got through the morning of.
Wow.
Also, I don't know if you guys know, but Taylor Swift's dad lives in South County.
Oh, he lives in South Hillsborough?
Yep.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah. So I just think it's kind of cool. Like, she hasn't done anything wrong. I imagine if it was a big pop star like Prince back in the day or Michael Jackson or something, we kind of give more hype now. I don't think there's anything wrong with it.
Hey, listen, and that's why I'm taking calls on this. And listen, you bring up a good point that there's a lot of crap going on. And if Taylor Swift brings happiness to some people's lives, then that's a good thing, right?
Right.
Thanks for the call, Amanda. Appreciate it. Man, I can't shake the call. All these, every line is jammed up.
You can't shake it.
Yeah.
One of her hit songs, shake it off.
Scott is in Tampa. Scott, MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hey, how you doing today?
Yes, go ahead.
I'm hearing some of these callers say they just don't get it. They don't get it. And I'm wondering how many of those callers viewed Madonna back in the day the way they're viewing Taylor Swift now. I mean, the phenomenon isn't that different than it was back in the 80s with Madonna.
Maybe it's just that I'm somewhat desensitized, working in radio since I was 16, being to so many shows, going to so many backstage appearances, meeting so many over the years. Maybe I'm just desensitized, but listen, I have a lot of respect for a lot of artists. I am a fan, but I've just never been like, oh my God, and, biting my nails and everything. And I got to get a hoodie. It's just, not.
No, I absolutely agree. But, every now and again, you get somebody that comes out that does this. The Beatles did it. Not that I'm equating them all, but, Madonna and now Taylor Swift, Katy Perry to some extent, but not nearly to the extent of Taylor Swift.
She came out in 2006, MJ. So if you're a 12-year-old girl in 2006 and you fall in love with Taylor Swift songs, now you're
like 40.
You're almost 30.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You're not quite 40.
I'm 30,
You're
whatever.
almost 30.
Hey.
But you're a grown adult. You have a lot going on, and you've loved this artist your whole life. This is really big.
Scott, thanks for the call. Danica in Lakeland. Is that the correct pronunciation?
It is. Congratulations.
Oh, well, thank you, Danica. I'm a professional broadcaster.
Congratulations.
Go ahead.
I was just calling because I'm actually going Friday. I tried for hours waited in queue for Ticketmaster, never got tickets. And then I literally tried every radio station to try to win, and I actually did win tickets.
Wow. All right. So you won tickets, and you're going on Friday night. Now, what about the hype? Do you think it's 100% normal?
I think it's 100% normal because it, like some of the other women were saying, it's bringing something positive to these kids' lives. Like I have a daughter in middle school and a daughter in high school. And
whoa, wait a sec. So you won 2 tickets? So it's like Sophie's Choice.
My God.
Which daughter are you taking to the concert? How does that work?
Both of them are going to go. I'm gonna drop them off.
Oh, so you're, how old are the kids?
They're 17 and 12.
Well, all right, make sure that 17-year-old watches that 12-year-old like a hawk.
Put the fear of God in that 17-year-old.
But I just think it's something good, something positive. It's not, the worst it's doing is causing more traffic that already sucks in Hillsborough County. Like, let the kids have fun. Let them have something positive to to look forward to.
Danica, I'm glad you spoke your mind. Thank you very much.
Are you going to just sit in the parking lot the whole time?
Well, hang on.
Man.
Are you still there? What are you going to do while they're at the show for like 2.5 hours?
I'm gonna go just drive around, get something to eat. Me and my boyfriend, we're just gonna have a fun date night.
Yeah, don't drink, okay? Don't get all loaded up.
Oh no.
All right, thanks for the call, Danica.
Good advice.
Les is in Newport Richie. I got to move on here. I'm going to take a few more calls here, then I got to move on. MJ Morning Show, we're talking about all the Taylor Swift hype. Les, what do you think?
Yeah, hey MJ, I just wanted to call. I work for a limousine company and a charter bus company over here in Newport Richie. And last week we got an email from our manager, and he said everybody have no plans this weekend because we're booked solid for the Taylor Swift concert. And we got like 40 black SUVs, we got black charter buses and mini buses and party buses, and they're all booked for this whole weekend for the Taylor Swift.
Oh, my God. I'm just going out to get some Italian food on Saturday night. That's my weekend. All right.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, Representative used to be the Speaker of the House, Cummings.
Yeah.
His name is?
Yeah.
He called because I took him out one time. And he liked my work, and he called me. His wife and his daughter's coming down. They're flying down over there at the private airport. He asked if I could do him a favor and go pick them up and take them there. But I got to go to Sleeveport, Louisiana.
All right, thanks.
Saturday.
Thanks for your whole itinerary.
Thanks,
I appreciate it, Les.
By the way,
be sure to turn your mileage into me later.
My brother once lived in Shreveport because he. I'm sorry, my brother lived in Shreveport because he did rotation at LSU. That place is a dump. Hey, Les, thanks for the call.
All right, yeah.
Bossier City, Shreveport. Ugh.
Call me on your next airport run, Les.
Thanks. All right,
Thank you.
Just a few more calls. I got to move on here. I had a run-in with a lawn guy yesterday.
Your lawn guy?
No, not my lawn guy. I had a run-in with a lawn guy. Hang on, I'll get to that in a second. So, Sharon, we're talking about the Taylor Swift hype. Do you agree with it? Where do you stand? Sharon's in Clearwater. Hi.
Hi, this is Sharon. I'm 70 years old. I listen to your show as much as I can. I love it.
Thanks.
But I remember back in the day, MJ, when you were on the other channel, I don't remember the name of it, here in Tampa, when you guys made fun of Taylor Swift and said her eyes were too far apart.
Listen, hold on. I still stand by that.
I don't remember that. I remember that we had the first, and this is factual. When I was doing the MJ Morning Show over on 93, here's the deal. We had the first radio interview with Taylor Swift after the Kanye West MTV Video Music Awards controversy, where Kanye took the microphone out of her hands and said, "I'm going to let you finish." We had the first interview with Taylor Swift, and they didn't want to talk about the incident. They did one TV interview, and that was it. And we had the first radio interview, and they didn't want to talk about it. I'm like, we've got to talk about it. Anyway, she ended up hanging up on me live on the air, so that was my situation. That was my run-in with Taylor Swift. So, hey, thanks for the call, Sharon. Let me grab Misty is in St. Augustine. Misty, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Good morning. So, sorry.
Yeah.
You had me really mad. Okay. You've had me mad for quite a while. And I sent you an email, but I didn't expect you to email me back. But first of all, everybody that's mad at Taylor for getting keys to the city, Taylor's borough, whatever, she didn't ask for any of that. So how are we holding this against?
Oh no, I'm not. I am not holding anything against Taylor. I'm saying, in the city of Tampa, in Hillsborough County, are they going a little over the top, naming it Swiftsboro County, getting the honorary mayor and the key to the city? Is it a little too much? I'm not blaming Taylor.
And Misty, nobody's angry.
Yeah,
Well, nobody's furious, pissed about it. I mean, we're just pointing out that it's a little over the top.
Misty, it sounds like like your eyes are a little misty right now.
You're a little unhinged, Misty.
I am unhinged a little bit.
That's the quote of the day. I am unhinged.
Exactly.
We certainly didn't want to push you to that. Oh my God.
Misty, how old are you?
Luckily, the fence is up around the Skyway now.
Luckily, the fence is up around the Skyway. Misty, just out of curiosity, how old are you, Misty?
51.
Wow.
Yeah, so I'm not 4 to 20 or whatever that lady said. Obviously, people love this woman. She's a kind woman, as far as we see, but I don't understand so much, hate that we're seeing or dislike, but I just wanted to point out she didn't ask for this. We wouldn't be talking about it unless people do love her, and people are just excited about her coming. And like you said, she is going to make a lot of money for Tampa. She's only coming to Tampa in the state of Florida, so everybody has to come to Tampa.
All right, Misty, and you're listening in St. Augustine. Are you coming to Tampa for the concert?
Yes,
What night? Thursday, Friday, or Saturday?
Saturday.
Yeah, Saturday. That's the hot night. That's like the most desirable night. Misty, thanks for the call. Thank you for listening.
Thank you. Thanks, guys.
Hold on. Do you still like me?
Well, I've been mad at you for a while, but
Hold on. Hold on. What did I do prior? Why did I make you mad?
Oh, I don't want to say on the air, but it's all the Taylor things.
All right.
You want to go to counseling with MJ or something? Maybe you two can work out your
Let's
issues.
do some couples therapy.
Seriously, Misty,
Maybe.
you're really jilted.
I will come around. I am. I'll come around. It's not that big of a deal.
All right, Misty.
Have a good day.
You too. Appreciate
I'll
it.
send you pictures from the concert.
Say it. Yeah, send me some
I'll
pictures.
Send you some pics.
Yeah. So you know my email. My email is mj@mjmorningshow.com.
You got it.
All right, Misty. Travel safely. Let me grab two more, and I got to move on. Harry is in Newport Richie. Hey, Harry, you're on the MJ Morning Show talking about all the Taylor Swift hype here. Go ahead.
Hey, MJ. I'm a listener. I've been listening to you for about 3 months. Great show.
Thank you.
But what I've got to say about Taylor Swift, I don't know anybody that does this, but she was doing a concert one time, and she noticed 5 girls were sitting up in the nosebleed seats. And she told one of her entourage there to say, go up and get those 5 girls and bring them down to my room.
Yeah, that's sort of a thing. Celebrities have done that in the past where, they'll say, hey, up there in the nosebleed seats, how'd you like to come up front? So that has happened.
Yeah, she's done a bunch of nice things.
But it's also a little bit of a shtick. It's a little bit of a,
To expand on Harry's point, you never hear about Taylor Swift being involved in a drug bust. You never hear.
Well, not yet. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm joking. I'm kidding.
True on all fronts.
I joke. I kid. Harry, thanks. All right. It's Rodney. Rodney, I think, calls us every hour on the hour. Rodney, final say here, Rodney. Go ahead.
I think the hype is way too much. I really don't appreciate her or her music. I would rather she would have went somewhere else and did this concert, because I drive in Tampa. I make a lot of deliveries, and it's going to be hell. I really wish she went somewhere else, like maybe Tokyo.
All right, goodbye, Rodney. Hang up on Rodney. Hang up on Rodney. We need to be on Rodney, we need to put you on like a pitch count, man. You kid, it's Tokyo. Get out of here.
Really?
Get out. Hang up on this guy.
No, I like Rodney.
I like him too, but come on.
I like Rodney. Rodney makes me laugh. If you make me laugh, I like your call.
Thanks, Rodney.
Well, you're an awesome listener. You're all awesome. I love all you guys.
Thanks,
but
buddy.
you know what? Why are we even wasting too much time talking about it? We're just hyping her up. How silly are we?
Yeah, I'm a schmuck on wheels.
We are idiots, Rodney.
Thank you, Rodney. Have a great weekend.
Thank you for putting up
hold
the
on.
obvious.
It's only Wednesday.
Yeah.
I'm hoping it's Friday.
Yeah, it feels like the weekend's coming earlier
Thank
because
you.
Taylor starts on a Thursday.
Because Taylor is the weekend.
Yeah.
My God. Taylor is synonymous. All right. Thank you, Rodney. Have a great day. So I had it started off with a lot of folks agreed with it. I still think more callers agreed with me, or did it pull about even?
I think a lot of people agreed that this is a bit much. We had a lot of passionate Taylor fans call in. I think everybody can respect her work and her as an artist.
Hey, I do. I respect
Absolutely.
I respect her career. I'm just because I'm not a fan doesn't mean that I don't understand that the other people are big fans.
So, hey, listen,
and that's your prerogative, and enjoy it.
Everybody knows my cell phone number, 813-310-8444. If you're going to the Taylor Swift concert.
And you have an extra ticket.
Yeah, take me, please. I'll be a lot of fun. No,
really, what do you want?
If you're going to the concert and you're taking pictures and you text us some of your pictures of the concert, and we'll laugh at you.
No, we won't.
We'll put up a gallery of our listeners at the concert. We'd love to have your pictures to share.
Email me.
Yeah.
Listen, folks, you can email me anything at any time. I get great content. I get great email. I get great suggestions. If you want to contact me, my private email is mj@mjmorningshow.com. All right, lawn guy.
Whose lawn guy is this?
I don't know. Just down the street. Lawn guy down the street. This pissed me off. I was leaving work yesterday. I'm headed home yesterday. I'm in my neighborhood yesterday. Lawn guy down the street. He sees me coming. There's a car ahead of me. And then I'm right behind the other car. We're just, tooling through the neighborhood. We're doing 20, 25 miles an hour. We both slowed down because the lawn guy's in the street. And as we're passing, the lawn guy with his leaf blower, he blows all the crap all over our cars as we're passing. I'm like, what are you doing? We've talked about this in the past. The lawn guys that blow the leaves, the grass clippings, they blow everything into the street. Like what? The street's going to suddenly eat it up?
The street carries it away. Cars drive over it and they take the leaves and the debris with you.
Scatter it everywhere. Throws it back into people's yards as well.
But he shot it at your car as you drove by?
Yeah, 2 cars. There was a black Camry in front of me. I'm right behind, and the lawn guy is doing this lawn, and then he's got his gas-powered leaf blower, and he's blowing the crap all over our cars. He didn't stop. He didn't move that little schnozzle nozzle out of the way. He didn't turn. A lot of times, and I see this a lot.
They'll stop the blowing.
They'll stop the blowing, or they will stop. If they're blowing the crap into the street, as the cars are going by, they'll stop. This guy is just blowing this crap all over our cars.
What, and you roll down your window? How'd you communicate with this guy? You roll down your window. If I was this lawn guy, I would have filled your car up with lawn trimmings.
I got a bat. It says Louisville Slug. No. So I did not open the window. It was not a verbal altercation. I honked the horn. The guy, as I'm driving by, the guy is guy's blowing the leaf crap all over my car, and I honked the horn, and then I gave him the what the. I gave him the universal hands up in the air.
What the hell's
and
going on, hands?
What the bleep? And then, wait a minute, you're going to love this. So the guy's response is then he stands there and then imitates me like Coco the monkey. He stands there. He's got his hands in the air. And he just froze, and he had this scream face on, and he's like, oh, I'm like, what are you making a mockery out of this now? First you blow the crap all over my car, and then, hold on a minute, then I drive past, and I'm watching in my rearview mirror until he was out of view. He was still standing in the street with his arms up in the air, looking back at me, going,
all right, I want to hire this guy. I love him.
I don't know who the hell I'm going to run him over next time.
No. Get his name off the side of his van. I want to hire this guy. He's the best.
Yes, Andrew.
Yeah, didn't we learn last year that it is against the law to blow all that stuff into the street?
It is, and there are some cities locally. Some cities have pretty significant fines if the lawn guys are caught blowing the lawn crap into the street. I'll tell you what's the worst along West Shore Boulevard in South Tampa. All of those homes right along West Shore.
A tight 1-lane each way road,
yeah, that's a mess. Especially with, all that growth down there. You've got that huge old Georgetown area that is going to be fully developed. You've got, I don't know when the hell they're going to start it, but that they're supposed to redevelop a good portion of West Shore Plaza. Like the Sears, and I think the bank goes away.
Oh, yeah?
They're supposed to do a whole massive, a town center redevelopment, like mixed use with office, residential. There's supposed to be a massive project at West Shore Plaza.
Like what they're doing at Universal?
Say it again?
Like what they're doing at University Mall?
I'm not.
Yeah, University Mall is
same kind of
different neighborhood, different part of town.
Right.
But yeah, they're doing a whole concept up there as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the lawn clippings on West Shore Boulevard, though, MG, such a tight road.
Yeah, and I'm telling you, you see the lawn guys, they're blowing crap all over West Shore all day long. So I don't know who this lawn guy was, but the guy blowing crap all, and then he looks at me like I'm crazy. I mean, I think
he's not wrong.
I should be. What do you mean he's not wrong? I should be able to drive down the road and not have the lawn guy blow leaves and grass clippings all over my car as I'm driving by.
He was inconsiderate, but you are kind of crazy, so...
He made me crazy.
I know. Sometimes you have a quick trigger. Sometimes.
Oh, a quick trigger.
Sometimes.
All right, folks, don't forget we have the next big Rock the Cash Box word coming up at 10 o'clock. So we already did the 8 o'clock word 40 minutes ago. At 10 o'clock, the next word, and you want to listen at 10 o'clock, we'll give you the key word. You text it to the number we give you, and then you could win $1,000 in our nationwide contest. So it happens every morning, 8 a.m., 10 a.m., 12 noon, 3 p.m., and 5 p.m. So keep listening. Stand by. Let me tell you something that bothers me, because I never do.
I mean, you always keep things to yourself, keep things bottled in.
Exactly. It's unhealthy for me. You know what? And my wife uses this, and it drives me nuts. And I don't know where she heard it. You ever heard the expression, or has anyone ever used this on you? Early is on time is late. Have you heard that?
Yeah, I had a football coach who went by that.
Okay.
Like a meeting started at 3, you had to be in the seat at like 2:56 or something.
Yeah, so that is a coach thing. A lot of coaches use that. Early's on time is late. If my wife, she used it on me yesterday for something. Hang on a minute. Let me call Michelle here. She uses it on me all the time, and I think she got it from a coach.
It sounds like something from the military, MJ.
It is, yeah.
And Michelle grew up in a military family.
Very regimented, father, U.S. Marine.
Hello?
Hey, guess what?
What?
Early is on time
Yes, thank you. Yes, I'm the one who tells you that all the time. Thank you, Coach Wade.
Coach Wade? Is that where you got it from? I was thinking back to your military upbringing. You might have picked that up.
Nope, Coach Wade, soccer. Mm-hmm.
Early, Coach Wade was over in Pinellas, right? Was that strictly? Which one was that?
No. Coach Wade was TBU, South Tampa.
Oh, that was Tampa Bay United. All right.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Who's the great coach that taught Chloe how to fall and hopefully
Hans
who
on a mattress?
Who was that?
Coach Hans.
Yeah, Coach Hans. That was strictly soccer, right?
I think so.
Yeah. So
how to fall and flop for a yellow card or something?
No, not how to flop. Just taught her how to fall safely. So when you're gonna fall, how to protect yourself. I mean, pull the mattress out and say, let's go.
But also to try to get the penalty on the other player.
This is soccer, Michelle.
Yeah.
Maybe.
So early is on time.
I gotta go.
What?
I gotta go.
You gotta go where?
Okay.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. You're right. It's Wednesday. You got your volunteerism today.
Yes.
All right, go volunteer.
You literally just called me for that.
That's it.
Yes, because early is on time and on time is late.
Don't be late.
I'm not. Goodbye.
But MJ, think about our morning show. What time does our morning show start? Starts at 6
o'clock. Yep.
If I show up at 6 a.m., then I'm late for the start of the show. I got to show up at 5:59 to be here on time.
Speaking of the show, I've had 20 requests for the new MJ morning show can theme. People love this thing.
Is that where they're going? I guess that's what it is. I never thought of the can.
We have, the original theme. We have our show open, stand by for the MJ morning show. But then remember, Peter Cofield, just remarkable jingle writer, now deceased. Peter Cofield, who wrote the Big Red commercial, So Kiss a Little Longer. He wrote the Pepsi commercial. You got the right one, baby.
Almost every jingle that you remember through the 80s, 90s, and early 2000s, this guy had something to do with.
He wrote Just for the Taste of It, Diet Coke. And what really got me interested in this dude is that he wrote the DirecTV jingle. And back in the mid-2000s, 2006 or so, this commercial was all over TV. And I'm like, oh, my God. It was stuck in my head. I couldn't get rid of this.
Somebody up there loves you. You are programmed for greatness. You get so many games. Happy husbands and children. A happier wife. Over 200 channels. What a wonderful life. Oh, somebody up there loves you. Somebody knows what you want to see. Someone who knows how to give you the best on TV. Somebody up there loves you. DirecTV.
All right, so
200 channels.
Well,
that was so long ago.
So 2006.
So 200 channels.
Do you remember when
What
that
are you,
was?
broke?
What did I say to you back in 2006? I said to you,
Who is this guy? Let's track him down. And you said, I want to talk to him.
I said, I want to find the guy that wrote and sings that commercial. And I didn't know it was that the writer also sang it. So Fester gets a hold of the ad agency up in New York for like DirecTV, and we get a hold of the name Peter Cofield.
I literally called DirecTV in New York, and the receptionist is like, you want to talk to who? I'm the guy who sang your commercial. And she got me to advertising and marketing, and then
finally,
it worked out. Yeah.
you got it. And then we found out that Peter Cofield wrote You Got the Right One, Baby, Just for the Taste of a Diet Coke.
Well, we got him on the line, and we're complimenting him on his DirecTV jingle.
And then he's like, I did a bunch of other things. I'm like, oh, my God, you wrote some of the best jingles of all time. And then, the guy probably charges hundreds of thousands of dollars to like Coke and Pepsi. And then I asked him if he could do a jingle for the MJ Morning Show, and he did this for free.
Time to get up, get out of bed. Let a radio genius climb into your head. Get a totally unpredictable start to your day. Get your daily dose of MJ. Morning Show, MJ, let's go. From 6 to 10 with his crazy gang comes the voice of insanity. A man you can hang with. He's a little demented, but baby in a beautiful way. Get your morning dose of MJ, MJ. Time to wake up and play with MJ, MJ. Start your heart with MJ. He takes a crazy world and spins it round and round. Everybody is getting down with the sound of MJ Morning Show. Got promotions and commotion, everything you wanna know. Only MJ Morning Show. MJ, time to get the party started, getting ready, let's go to the MJ Morning Show. Go.
And then
I love that song, by the way. I love that song.
Still a classic.
If it works out to where you kick the bucket before I do, I'm playing this at your funeral. I just want you to know that now.
I don't want a funeral. My instructions are to Michelle, no funeral for me.
Too bad.
I hate funerals. I am not. We're not having one. It's in my will. I do not want a funeral. I want nothing. Zero. So now,
wow, way to make this whole thing so grim. I'm making a joke about it.
So Magic Mark, Magic Mark, one of our parody guys, he now has done a new MJ Morning Show song, and I've had 20 requests from this for this in just like the last day. So if you haven't heard this, here's the new one.
Fester's fat, we know all that. He's got a butt that's really flat. Froggy is a total mess because he is full of IBS. Roxanne is a freak, I'm told. She is into eating mold. MJ leads his crazy crew and he is all of 5'2".
You should listen to the MJ Morning Show. Take it with you everywhere that you may go.
Nudie pics and crazy views. Lots of morons in the news. 8-bit hits and crazy bits. Sometimes even 80s hits. You should listen every day because they have a lot to say. Every day at 6 a.m. I am coming back again.
You should listen to the MJ Morning Show. Take it with you everywhere that you may go. You should listen to the MJ Morning Show. Take it with you everywhere that you may go.
So there you go. Your daughter's Chloe loves it. So my daughter loves that thing. Yes. Dad, I love it. I'm cracking up. Your daughter Hadley loves it.
It's the funniest thing she's heard in a long time. She requests it at night. Can we hear it again? Can we hear it again?
Everybody seems to love it. All right, got to take a quick break. Over an hour and 20 minutes. We just did commercial free, no songs, nothing. Just nonstop MJ Morning Show content. We do it every morning, about 7:22, 7:23. We go for an hour and 20 minutes nonstop. And then we have a long 30 minutes coming up next of the MJ Morning Show. So hang on. We are the restaurant stuff. There are a couple of out-of-control restaurant situations. People are being put on a constraint. Then we have restaurants that are getting ticked off at some of the customers. Hang on a minute. We'll get into all of this next on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. It's Q105, rolling up on 8:59. Running just a tad bit late here because we went a little later in the long chunk of the MJ Morning Show. Got a couple of restaurant-related items that I wanted to discuss. This might generate some phone interest, and folks might want to call in on this. So 2 different items, 2 restaurant stories. The first one is this is becoming more common. I'm seeing the reports out of New York. I don't know if it's happened here yet or in other parts of the country, but restaurants that are putting a time limit on your table.
Ooh.
So going in, they're telling you up to top. So in restaurant business lingo, they refer to like 2 people at a table, a table for 2 people. They call it a 2-top. A table for 4, it's a 4-top, 6-top, etc. So what's going on now is more and more restaurants are telling the diner before they even like sit down or when they make the reservation that the clock is ticking. Once you sit down, you've got an hour and a half.
Is that how long it is?
Well, it's varying. It depends on the number of people.
I was trying to think, how long am I at a restaurant that I'm not loitering in? I mean, Roxanne, she'll go to a restaurant and sit there for a day.
Hey, Roxanne and her friends, they went to Olivia.
Right.
Which Olivia is fantastic. It's in South Tampa, great Italian. It's Chef Chris Pont. And Olivia's at, Swan and Henderson in South Tampa. It's the old Carmel Cafe location. And Roxanne, she and her friends went there, and they went for lunch.
6 hours.
And it was like they needed the table for dinner service.
They got hungry again.
They got
there so long.
But hold on. They got there at like noon, and it's like they're still there at 6 p.m. It's like, my God, you could have flown from New York to London. My God.
All right, so what's a reasonable, respectable amount of time for a dinner? Is 2 hours enough?
Well, here's what's going on, is that restaurants are getting kind of pushy, and we're getting tons of reports out of New York on this, and I got a list of restaurants that they're telling people that, hey, you got a table, but you got 90 minutes. 90 minutes, a table for 2, 90 minutes, that's all you get. And then with some larger tables, for instance, you'll get a little longer. So table for 2, 90-minute limit. And I saw a story about this. I've seen some postings about this, and some customers, some patrons are angry. Really? They're going to put it's like sands through the hourglass. Finish your damn food and get out. I mean, that's what it's like over here.
I mean, if you're going to go to a restaurant and they're going to put a time limit on you, I think I'm naturally inclined to spend less money while I'm there.
Yeah, here's an example. Mariel Rivera Hauk, 35 years old. She's in advertising in Manhattan, and she recently went with a party of 8 to Quality Italian. I've been to Quality Italian. I've been to Quality Meats. Somebody said there was a good Italian place up in your neck of the woods called Quality Foods Market.
Yeah, it's on Florida. It's like Florida. It's on 41 North.
Yeah, so it's up there in Lutz, right? Yeah. Have you been there?
Yeah, it's a wine market and
but it's a restaurant.
And it's a great pizzeria and an Italian place in the back.
Italian dishes, right?
Yeah.
And someone said it's really
very
good.
Very good pizza.
Someone says I've got to try it. A Quality Italian Market, is that it?
Yes.
So you've been there?
I've been there 4 or 5 times.
All right. So you recommend it?
I do.
Okay. So, and that's up in, was it on off of 41?
It's on Florida Avenue before the Apex.
So before the Publix that sold the Powerball ticket that you
right. Yes.
you feel is very unlucky now.
Yes.
Because you didn't win.
That's the one.
And then, so here's some other examples. So parties are 2, 90 minutes. Parties up to 6 have 2 hours. And if you've got a party over 6, you get 2.5 hours. So there's a sliding scale on the number of people. I guess it's based on the check and how much you're spending.
Also, how much time it takes to prepare that food and to bring that food out and to clear the plates. And
I think it's a little bit obnoxious. say, hey, yep, you've got an hour and a half. Clock is ticking. Tick, 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 tick.
Down
tick,
those
tick.
drinks fast.
What?
Down those drinks.
Andrew, that's the point. If I know that I have 90 minutes at a restaurant, I'm not ordering extra drinks. I'm not ordering an appetizer.
What's next? They're going to get like ejector seats? What was that old MTV show where like the whole
remote control?
Yeah, the remote control. Your seat was jammed into the wall and like threw you down a shooter's.
Yeah, but if I have 90 minutes, I'm not getting an appetizer. You bring out the main course menu. I'm probably not going to get a dessert. We're probably not going to get this couple of drinks we might get.
Just out of curiosity, let's go to phones on this. Have you been to a restaurant locally? Have you had any experience, maybe even out of town? Has any restaurant given you a time limit? Has any restaurant, when you sat down or when you made the reservation, you have X number of minutes or X amount of time, or have you been seated at a restaurant where they said, we need this table, the clock starts now, 1 hour and 30 minutes, boom. If you've experienced this anywhere, I'm just curious. 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. Now, listen, I can also understand from the restaurant's perspective that they want to turn the table.
I mean, how many times do you go to a restaurant and you see people who are done with their meal, just kind of loitering there, just jibber-jabbering?
Just
like,
get. Well,
Move
listen,
it on.
And listen, in all fairness, I have been on the waiting end where we had a reservation and that table is the one they're going to use for us, and we have to wait for that table to clear. And like you said, they're just
They know.
The checks on the table, they filled that thing out 37 minutes ago.
They know when they're the table that everybody's waiting for to get up.
All right, 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. Just curious if you've ever had the timer slapped on you, because apparently it's becoming quite prevalent up in New York, up in Manhattan at this point. So just out of curiosity, I'll bring up the screener.
All right, there you go.
And then there's another restaurant item that I'll get to, and like customers are getting fed up with this, and also some of the restaurants are getting fed up. And this is due to something that people do at the restaurant. I'll explain that one. That's a whole different story. We'll get to that in a second. Hey, Wendy is in St. Petersburg. Wendy, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi. Wendy, welcome.
I have never had, a time limit like that, except for when you have a reservation somewhere and you're a little bit late and they say they don't know if they have time to serve you because the next person's coming up.
Now, wait a sec. Wendy, how freaking late were you?
Maybe like 10, 15 minutes. But let's say I was a server for several years when I was younger, and when people would sit and talk for hours and hours, it really was kind of hard on the server watching other people's tables turn over and over and over, getting tips.
Yep.
And you've got someone who basically wanted to get suitcases and move in.
Was that the terminology you used? Listen, they've got their suitcases. They're moving in. They're squatting at my table.
Right, and you're just thinking about all the tips you can't make because they're not going to move their conversation outside.
Yeah, they're not turning the table, so you can't put new people in there. Because restaurants like to turn tables like minimum of 2 times a night, but I think they try for 3 times a night. Depending on the establishment and what kind of place it is. Wendy, thanks for the call. I appreciate it. Dawn is in Tampa. Hey, Dawn, MJ Morning Show, you're up.
Hey, good morning. Thanks. I was just recently, this happened in Tampa on prom night for my teenage daughter and her group of friends. We had a reservation well in advance, like 6 o'clock, 6 p.m. We showed up and they sat them in the sun outside at this low, not even a dining table. And so I went in and said something and was like, hey, these kids have a reservation. They've got a big night. They're all in formal gowns and stuff. And so they said,
they put them out in the parking lot?
Yeah, I mean, they literally had them out on the deck, in the sun. It
Right.
was really bad. So they moved them inside, but they said they have to be done by 8 o'clock. And I mean, it's, it's 10 kids. It's a nice night out. The time limit, I think, doesn't make any sense if you're talking about people there spending money and wanting to enjoy themselves.
Gotcha. Hey, thanks, Dawn. Appreciate you listening. Laura in St. Pete. Hey, Laura, MJ Morning Show. You're up.
Hey, MJ. I'm actually calling about a restaurant in Ipswich, Mass.
Yep.
That's very well known for the clams and all the rest of it. So this has been going on for years up there because there's not a lot of really good restaurants in that town. It's very small. The restaurant is incredible. It's called the Hart House, the 1640 Hart House. And
It's called Hart House?
the H-A-R-T, the Hart House.
So I haven't been there. So, I'm a huge whole belly fried clam fan.
I know. I've heard you talking about the Clam Shack, all the rest of it.
So, Bob's Clam Hut up in Kittery, Maine, but in Mass, in Essex, I love the Clam Box, and then you've got Woodman's and JT. I'll tell you what, I'm a huge JT Farms fan.
Yeah, okay, so that's where I go for the lobster. So I spend half my time in Ipswich. I'll be up there this weekend.
Yep.
Just want to let you know, I listen to you while I'm up there.
That's the way to do it.
As you should.
Absolutely.
Money for nothing, chicks for free.
I do. Yep.
That's the way you do it. Yeah, go ahead.
But with the Hart House, it's just there's so few restaurants up there that they can get away with it, and their customer service is horrible. I mean, we laugh about just how ornery these waitresses are.
Right.
They're as old and crusty as town itself is. And so, but the food...
They're like a dried up clam stuck in the bottom of the fryer.
Absolutely. And they pour a really mean drink in there. So, we just put up with it.
Right.
And we go. So, but take Michelle there. I've been listening to you guys when you were planning your wedding. And even my mom, who's like going to be 90, we went out and got her a radio, put it in her retirement facility just so they could listen to you in the morning.
Oh my God,
so happy you're back.
That's incredible. Thank you so much. Have a great.
No, I've been meaning to write you a letter. So glad I got in this morning just to tell you myself that.
Anyone can drop me an email anytime. It's my private email, mj@mjmorningshow.com.
I'll do that. You guys have a great day.
You too. Have a great one. Phones have blown up on this. Let's grab Carmela. Carmela Soprano calling from northern Jersey. Hello, Carmela. You're on the MJ Morning Show.
Hey, MJ. Good morning.
Hey.
How are you?
Yeah, good. How's Tony?
He's good.
All right. Excellent.
He sends his love. He always tells me to tell you hello.
Excellent.
All right. Thank you, Carmen.
Hey, so I haven't been told to ever leave, but I kind of wanted to piggyback off what the previous caller, Wendy, said. I think that when the servers come around and they say, okay, well, my shift's ending, I'd like to go ahead and close you out. I'm wondering how many restaurants use that as a tactic just to kind of nudge the customer to hurry up and pay and leave. That's happened to me a couple times, but, because you get to that point. I mean, has that ever happened to you? You get to that point and you're like, oh, well, have we been here too long?
There comes a point where you do
another tab with the new server?
Yeah, listen, there comes a time where you do overstep and you overstay, and you got to know when that is. Have a nice, relaxed dinner, and then you vacate.
Oh.
But, there are times where people just linger and linger and linger, and you got people waiting for the table. The reservation was already booked. You're past that point. You got people, out at the bar waiting. You got people in the lobby that are waiting. So, hey, thanks for the call. Appreciate it, Carmela. Emily is at USF. Emily, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hi. Yes. So our restaurant's actually in Tampa. It was the first time we went there. It's Haiku. It's on the corner. It's like a sushi fusion place.
Right.
Okay. So setting the scene, we are two couples of parents, right? So we have like 5 kids between us, and we are going out. And it's a big deal, right? We're like getting away from our children and we're going out. We show up at the restaurant, and the hostess looks at me and says, there's an hour limit to your dinner. And my cousin and I looked at us and we're like, Are you fucking kidding?
Well, hi.
Okay, all right. Listen, I understand you were very upset, but
you can't
be that upset.
Yeah, we're on the radio. You can't drop the F-bomb.
Yeah, okay, let's.
No.
All right, you just said, "Are you effing kidding?" You can't say that.
So, needless to say, you didn't stay.
All right, my typical policy is that once you drop the F-bomb, I dump.
You're out.
I dump your call. I did dump your word, although it lives on MJTV. It'll live on the podcast, but I did cut it off
What,
of
are you
the.
making sure he's awake this morning? Come on, Emily, help us out.
I did cut it off of the FCC regulated 104.7 FM. All right, can you keep it clean?
I don't know. I don't trust
I
her.
will keep it clean. I'm sorry.
All right.
I'm heated. It's heated.
I can tell. I can tell you're heated. Yes.
It was an hour that we had to leave. So just like Faster was saying earlier, I'm not going to order an appetizer. I'm not going to order a drink. We didn't even want to stay. We're like, well, now we've had our reservation. It's Friday night. Where else are we going to go? So we stayed, but we ordered everything at one time.
Yeah, I mean, an hour that's a little rough.
Everything.
Yeah. Emily, thanks for the call.
No problem.
Emily, the F-bomb dropper. Look at the phones on this. Justin is in Tampa. If you're tuning in, we're just talking about how this is becoming more commonplace, that restaurants are telling people when you go to the restaurant, they seat you, you got an hour and a half time limit. You have 2 hours. And it's happening more and more, happening a lot up in New York City, up in Manhattan. Let's grab Justin. Justin, you're up on the MJ Morning Show. Hello.
Hey, MJ, how you doing?
Doing well. Go ahead.
So this is over in Celebration. It was during a special event. They had a sign on the table that said, after 2 hours, you'll be charged $50 an hour.
What? There's a rental fee for the table?
Listen, if you're there for 2 hours, you kind of got to move it along. I get it, especially if there's something special going on in town.
Some celebration, that is.
Some celebration to celebrate. What was the big event? What was the thing going on in town that they had to hustle people out?
It was the annual Moonies convention.
Oh, so big.
That was the Celebration Exotic Car Festival.
Oh, the Exotic Car Festival.
Wow. All right, Justin, thanks.
Thanks,
Stacy in Spring Hill. Stacy, MJ Morning Show, you're up.
Hi, MJ. I listen to you every single morning. I am a server. I've been a server forever. I work up here in Spring Hill at a sports bar. That's stupid to limit, someone's time or anything, but you also got to think at the server's side. Sometimes they only have a 3-table section, and that table, they do rely on that table flipping to make their money. But, however, to rush a table out, like the previous caller said, you don't order appetizers, you don't order drinks, so you're really not going to make money on that table anyway. So, that's kind of to put a time limit on people eating, but you do got to remember, you can overstay your welcome also.
Yeah, Stacy, it's also a different kind of restaurant. You work in a sports bar, you said. If I go to your place to watch the Rays play, it's a 3-hour game. I'm going to be there for almost 3 hours. I'm only going to order one meal, a couple of drinks.
Listen, I fully agree. You got to know when it's time to go. Know when to hold them, know when to fold them, know when to walk away, know when to run.
Know when to run. The best advice ever.
On Sunday, we have people that come in, and they literally come in at 12 o'clock, and they're there till 4 o'clock, and then the new group switches over. It's different for the sports games and stuff like that. We have people that come in and order drinks and have meetings, and they just order drinks.
Thanks for the call. Appreciate it. Look at this. Cinnamon. I've got Cinnamon and Bradenton on the line. Hey, Cinnamon, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hello.
Hey, so here's what I have to say. Every single server that's ever relied on tips knows exactly where I'm coming from. Get the fuck out.
All right, we got to stop this segment.
What is going
Just
on
stop
with
all Cinnamon.
What?
Cinnamon, stop it.
Two female F-bombs. All right,
so the unwritten rule of the morning show is we like female callers because they tend to curse less. We never really talk about it, but that's the truth.
She just said, get the F out.
What the hell's happening this morning?
Cinnamon, you can't use it. We're on the air.
The whole show's gone off the rails.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
Sorry,
Cinnamon. Is Cinnamon even your real name?
All right, Cinnamon.
Yeah, of course.
All right, Cinnamon, don't curse again, okay?
Okay, I'm sorry.
Cinnamon.
All right, so 2 F-bombs now on MJTV on the replay, and then 2 F-bombs in the podcast.
How many Cinnamons could there possibly be in Bradenton? Everybody knows it's you. Come on, Cinnamon.
Except for me.
Cinnamon, how old are you, Cinnamon?
37, and I used to bartend in Las Vegas. I was also a server in Las Vegas.
Were you a dancer in Las Vegas with a name like Cinnamon?
No.
Is Cinnamon is it your real
I
name?
think that's the wrong thing to do. Of course it is.
It is. Okay.
Yeah,
no,
she said yes.
Yeah, no.
Ask both of my ex-husbands.
Ask both of your ex.
They write the
Cinnamon,
checks every month.
Thanks for the call. All right,
Oh my God.
one last
crazy.
call. Thomas is in Dallas, Texas. Thomas, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Keep it clean, please,
Yeah.
Thomas.
Oh, trust me, I will. MJ and Fester, I've been listening to your show since I was 15 years old. I really love you guys. So I don't know if you remember a couple weeks ago, my husband called in about he serves over at DFW Airport.
Yeah, I remember that.
Oh, yeah. He was a bartender, right?
That is correct.
Yep.
There's times where, the tables are full and, passengers are just sitting there, so they don't get an opportunity to turn everything around so that, they can, clear the tables.
Yeah, at the airport, I think people consider it to be like the gate waiting lounge, in the restaurant.
I'd rather wait at a restaurant than at the gate.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that happens a lot. And, like I said, you have your good days and your bad days, but he works really hard over there at the airport. And you had asked a couple weeks ago why he was calling and stuff like that. I've been a resident of St. Petersburg since I was a teenager. And we moved out here to Dallas but anyways, just wanted to say thank you and really enjoy the show.
Well, Thomas, thanks for the call. We appreciate it.
Thanks for calling, Thomas.
All right, now, the other thing, the other restaurant item, restaurants are starting to get fed up with, like, people doing all kinds of social media inside the restaurant, and some of the other guests. I saw an item where somebody, like one of these so-called social media influencers, and what's going on is restaurants are getting sick of them. A lot of times they're trying to say, I'm an influencer, I need a reservation, or, trying to get free stuff.
Yeah, discount on their food, yeah.
A lot of the freebie influencer crap, the companies, the rest, they're game to this, and a lot of that free ride is over. All right? That's number one. The story that I saw was that some so-called influencer goes into a restaurant and is taking pictures of all the food to then post. They set up like this light apparatus on the table. You know how Roxanne sets up her her selfie light in here? So people are walking at the restaurants. This one influencer is setting up like this lighting gear on the table, shining in the eyes of like somebody at the adjacent table. And the restaurants are like, knock this crap off.
You need proper lighting, man. If you're going to have a successful website, you need to have the right lighting in your photos. These influencers, they understand.
Listen, I'm guilty of this because it's not every restaurant. It's just when I feel like it or if there's something interesting or remarkable. I do not take pictures of food at every single restaurant that I go to and post it up on Instagram. Sometimes I do. And, I do say to myself, oh, geez, do I really want to be that person? But, sometimes I guess I do. Sometimes, yeah, this is a really cool looking dish. I want to give a little shout out, whatever. And listen, with pizza, for me, I love putting good pizza up on social media because, I'm a pizza-holic. But listen, knock it off. Do not set up like you're doing a TV shoot inside a restaurant. You're shining lights on from your table into other people's eyes.
All right, so the other day, I took my kids out to a really fancy meal. The hot dog at Sam's Club for $1.38. So good. I took a picture of the hot dog.
Dude, that is it's like a brick of charcoal. What color is that?
That's a good hot dog. That was a steamed dog. That's an all beef dog, man. Excellent dog. I'm telling you.
I don't know. That color
anyway
looks a little brown.
So
looks like a turd on a bun.
The woman at the next table says, "You're taking a picture of the Sam's Club hot dog?"
Oh, really?
I'm like, yes. Yes, I am.
I'm an influencer.
Do you know who I am, ma'am?
Yeah.
I'm an influencer.
Speaking of food, Fester sent me This could be the most exciting thing in Fester's life right now.
Listen, you're trying to make a joke, but
I am making a joke. Fester sent me a food-related item, something that apparently is becoming available, and all I can say is that this company has made Fester's day.
I tell you, this company brings back memories of childhood. I grew up in New York where this was the thing.
I know. Big name, and now they're entering a different space in the dessert food market. How about that? All right, hold on. What are we talking about? That and a whole lot more next. MJ Morning Show here on Q105. Back in minutes. First. Show. It's Q105, 9:34. Final chunk of the MJ Morning Show right now. Hey, you know what? I'm gonna try Dennis Phillips over at Channel 28. Dennis Phillips, our meteorologist. Now, of course, hurricane season has not officially started. That's June 1st. But there was all this chatter and yakage, and I think it was AccuWeather that might have pushed this. Oh, it could be the earliest tropical storm forming. April tropical storm in the Gulf. I don't think it came to fruition. Let me drop. Of course, our weather partner here on Q105. Our weather partner officially is ABC Action News, Channel 28, and of course, listen. Last hurricane season. Remember, I had like hour-long conversations on the show with Dennis Phillips.
Yeah, and Dennis has always been great, and he's provided a ton of information all through hurricane season and especially through Ian last year. But I was thinking about Dennis Phillips this morning for another reason, MJ. When the whole Taylor Swift ticket debacle went down, I don't think there was anybody more pissed off.
Oh, that's
than
right.
Old DP.
Oh, you're right.
So he was furious. We even had him on the air the next morning talking about the struggles for him to get tickets. I'm wondering if Dennis Phillips ever scored tickets for his kids.
If he can, I just sent him a text. Can we call you? I want to talk about this whole tropical storm deal, which it's not going to happen. But it was like, did AccuWeather just manufacture this, or was it just click?
All it is clickbait.
Yeah, I want to see what the story is, and then I guess if he does answer me, and I just texted him, then maybe we can also ask about the tickets. Now, Fester.
Yes.
You sent me this story last night. You emailed this to me, and I could detect the glee in your email.
I'm very interested. I have a lot of questions.
Fester sends me this story.
I need to know more details.
Baked goods brand Entenmann's is now entering the ice cream frozen freezer case.
Wow, that is big news to chubby people everywhere. That is big news.
So Entenmann's is owned by Bimbo?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. When did those Bimbos buy Entenmann's?
That Bimbo just strolled in and stroked a check and bought up Entenmann's.
Man, that Bimbo's got a lot of money, doesn't it?
He sure does. He does.
Yeah.
I don't know what gender Bimbo is. But listen, Bimbo's a big company. I don't know if is it a...
I think Bimbo was it Mexican?
Mexican company?
Yeah.
But...
Didn't the Mexican company also buy Nabisco? Like Mondelez or something? Or
yeah.
All right, so here's the deal. Bimbo Bakeries, which now owns the Entenmann's brand, they're getting into the ice cream business. They're going to have a frozen treat inspired by the baked products. New frozen treats will be, and they're going to be available at Walmart, I guess, first. They're going to come in 6 ice cream sandwich flavors: glazed cookie donut, brownie cookie salted caramel.
Yes.
So these are...
I am interested in
ice cream, chocolate chip cookie ice cream.
Every one of these have my attention. You know what else they have at Walmart, MJ? I don't know if you've ever seen it when you've been shopping at Walmart, and I haven't bought one yet, although I want to every time I pass by. They have Little Debbie's ice cream.
Oh, I haven't seen those.
Yeah, look in your Walmart freezer case.
I don't spend a lot of time in the ice cream aisle because I make my own. You know, I have not purchased store-bought ice cream in years now because we make our own ice cream.
Yes, my friend Jebediah the farmer doesn't spend a lot of time in the milk aisle because he has cows.
All right, be a wise ass.
I make my own ice cream.
My Madagascar vanilla bean is outrageous. My mint chocolate chip has been perfected. My chocolate, Michelle says, is the best chocolate ice cream she has ever had in her life. And others like, Dr. Chuck Slona, my eye doctor buddy, he says, bar none, he's never had chocolate ice cream as good as mine. My banana ice cream. So I've got really 4 flavors that I've nailed out. I'm going to expand, but I don't need to buy ice cream. I make my own ice cream. It's not cheaper. It's probably cheaper for me to buy this stuff in the store, but it's also, loaded up with all kinds of air and fillers and, polysorbate 80, Johnny.
Oh, I love polysorbate.
And guar gum. And already been chewed gum and all
ABC gum. That's
all
right.
kinds of stuff in there. So Fester's thrilled. Entenmann's is getting into the ice cream business.
Good for them.
You know what Entenmann's cake I always loved?
What the coffee cake?
No. It was like the raspberry. It's like it was it was like the flatter cake, and it had like the nooks and crannies with like the raspberry in it, and then like the swirls of all the white frosting. What was that?
Was it like a Danish or
No,
something?
it's I think it's one of their most popular Entenmann's cakes, and I haven't had it in years, but my mom used to buy it all the time. My grandmother used to buy it all the time, and it was a very, very popular Entenmann's. Oh, by the way, Dennis Phillips says, sure, we can call him.
All right, great. Let's find out what his favorite Entenmann's product is.
No, I want to ask about this, the tropical storm hype and what this was all about. Hang on a minute. All right, calling Dennis Phillips, chief meteorologist at ABC Action News.
Hello?
Dennis Phillips, MJ Morning Show Live. How are you?
MJ, how goes it?
Hey, we're starting early this season.
Apparently.
All right, couple of things. First of all, Fester's got a Taylor Swift question for you. But first, and of course, man, that's going to be a zoo over. Hey, good luck getting work today. You got all the Swifties that are buying some of the early merchandise. They're lined up like it's like they're handing out FEMA money.
I have to go the back way to the station because, yeah, you're right. And tomorrow and Friday, forget about it. I've worked at that station for almost 30 years, and the worst traffic jam ever that I ever remember in those 30 years was after the last Taylor Swift concert.
Well, guess what? 3 nights of this stuff, but it's not even concert night. This is Wednesday, and apparently word went out that they're selling merch. They can have all kinds of like Taylor Swift merch trucks that are going to be selling merch the day before. Tell you what, she knows how to make a buck. I'll tell you that. So,
can't you buy those same things online though? I mean, that's one thing I can't figure out.
We had people call in this morning that said there was exclusive pieces that are only available at the concert venues.
Yes. Hey, so let's get the Taylor Swift stuff out of the way because you had an issue getting tickets for your kids. Whatever happened? Did you ever get tickets for Taylor Swift for either of the 3 nights?
Yeah, I finally did for Saturday night. And honestly, I cannot tell you how many people messaged me who had either heard me on the radio talking with you guys or putting stuff out on social media. And, you buy tickets 6 months out. Eventually, stuff's going to happen and people are going to have to, they can't make it and whatnot. So yeah, I bought 4 for Saturday night. So my 2 daughters, my wife and me, I will be part of it.
Are they good seats?
Yeah, I mean, I think so. I don't know. I mean, they're a buddy of mine already saw her in Vegas and said the stage extends like 2/3 to 3/4 of the way all the way across the field. So, I mean, he said there's really not a bad seat in the house.
See, I heard for the Tampa show, I heard that the stage is going to extend to Waters Avenue.
It's really impressive.
Yeah, big long runway.
All the people singing Al Lopez Park are going to have great seats.
No, but hey, congratulations. So Dennis Phillips, chief meteorologist at ABC Action News. You have decent seats. You're not going to be like close to the clouds up in the nosebleeds.
No, we're at the top of the first section.
Good.
The 100.
All right. So now, did they charge you face value? Did they make?
Yeah, I got them face.
Good.
I mean, yeah. So I mean, it's still 4 tickets. It's not cheap, but it's an event, I guess. I mean, I guess that's what it is.
All right, so what was this I think it was AccuWeather, just all the chatter, the first tropical storm in the Gulf in history in April. That whole thing kind of fizzled out, didn't it? Just the chatter.
Yeah, I mean, there's still some folks talking about it. I mean, you get low pressure from time to time in the Gulf of Mexico. It happens. And, just because now they might decide to give it what's called a hybrid name for a subtropical system, it's not truly tropical. It's not truly like a winter storm. It's kind of in between. But, I mean, we get lows in the Gulf, and this one's really not doing too much anyway. I mean, yeah, and for us, I don't think we get next anything out of it because it's so far west. And, I mean, the models have been good. I mean, they've been looking at this thing for a week, but it hasn't even developed until, today, right? So, I mean, that's kind of what's going on, that, you're looking at a model that's predicting where something's going to form, but until it actually forms, you're at the mercy of where it does, and it's going to form west. So I know the folks are worried about the rain on the concert.
But is it going to be tropical storm or just weather?
I mean, look, I mean, look, what's tropical storm? Winds of 40 miles an hour or greater?
Yeah.
Might there be some gusts of 40 miles an hour or even a little bit higher? Sure, but almost any low pressure, you get that. It's just not a big deal.
Yep.
It's just not.
And then as far as Taylor Swift goes, listen, I'm not a huge fan. I'm not taking away anything from anyone that is. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy the hell out of Taylor Swift. But, looking at my 10-day forecast on my phone, it looks like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I don't see any chance of rain Thursday, Friday, or Saturday.
Yeah, Friday, Saturday, definitely. Thursday, I do think there's still going to be a couple of passing showers. What I've been telling people, there's not going to be a lot of rain, but if there's a 10-minute shower right over the stadium, you might not be a bad idea to have a poncho with you just so you're not going to be soaked for, the entire concert. So that's what I'm telling people. I don't think it's going to be a problem, but I do think there will be a couple of showers out there tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow evening. And if one happens to pop up over the stadium, it could rain for 10 minutes. But, yeah, I mean, I think it's looking good. I get it. There's been a lot of talk about this low and how it could impact us, but I just don't see it.
All right. And then before I let you roll, so hurricane season officially starts on June 1. Could we have early activity? Sure we could. But also, isn't this an El Nino year where with El Nino, there's more activity typically in the Pacific Basin and we get a little less activity here on the Atlantic side?
Yeah, we're trending toward El Nino. We're not really there yet. I mean, it isn't like, either one or the other. All it is, it's measuring water temperature in the Pacific off of South America. And when that water is exceptionally cold, it's a La Nina. And as it slowly warms and then starts going the other direction, it becomes an El Nino. So, what we're in now is what's called neutral. It's kind of in between. But we're expecting it's going to reach that plateau for El Nino sometime in September. And you're right. Historically, that means El Nino, more storms in the Pacific, less in the Atlantic. But it also means that sometimes those storms in the Atlantic that form are closer to the Gulf of Mexico. So, yes, I guarantee you we will have fewer named storm predictions this year when NOAA comes out with their prediction next month. They're probably going to say something like, 12 to 16 is my guess. Maybe 13 to 17. In that ballpark.
It's going to be 3 to 94.
And that's why long-range stuff is such a waste of time.
Yeah.
Because that's exactly what happens. You have this huge, normal is 11 or 12, all right? So not only are you around normal, but you're predicting about a 4 or 5 storm gap. Anybody can do that. It's meaningless. It means nothing. I hate long-range forecasts.
Dennis Phillips, chief meteorologist at ABC Action News, our weather partner here on the MJ Morning Show and Q105. Dennis, I hope we don't talk to you at all this season.
Sounds good. You guys have a good one.
Bye. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
We could talk to him about other things. It doesn't have to be hurricanes.
We got to get the heck out of here. 9:47. The end of the MJ Morning Show is nigh. The end is nigh. A couple of things I didn't get to. Remember a couple of years ago, there was that big story that the Oldsmar water plant was cyber hacked?
We thought it was under attack. We
Oh,
thought
my
Russians
God.
or somebody was messing with the Oldsmar water.
We'll get into this in more detail tomorrow morning because we're out of time today. Turns out, nope, it was just an employee made a mistake. So it goes from cyber hack. Was it the Chinese? Was it the Russians? North Koreans? Iranians? Oldsmar water plant hacked. It was like a caustic, like chemical put in the. Nope. Employee pushed the wrong button. It takes 2 years to figure that out.
The big investigation.
Yeah, also, gas prices are starting to really shoot up again. This summer could be rough again for gas prices. All right, we'll see you back here tomorrow, folks. We'll get into all that and a whole lot more tomorrow. Have a fantastic day. Stay away from Ray J or the vicinity because the whole Taylor Swift pre-show. They're pre-gaming it with the merch now. Unbelievable. All right, folks, we'll see you back here tomorrow on the MJ Morning Show on Q105, MJMorningshow.com, the website. And, folks, let's be careful out there.
Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds, too.
Download the app now.
Get the Q105 app.